Media Sports presents Glasgow High School Scotties football.
I gotta make plays all day, man. It's a work day. Hit him on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Glasgow Scotties football on WCLU 103.1 FM and AM 1490. And video streaming free at WCLUradio.com and on the Glasgow Scotties and WCLU YouTube channels. Glasgow Scotties football brought to you by Don Franklin Auto, Hardee's, TJ Regional Health, McDonald's, The People's Bank, La Nacional Restaurant, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Joe Myers, Applebee's, South Central Rural Telecommunications Cooperative, Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow, and Aero Safety.
Here we go. Right back down the field here, buddy.
It's time for your Don Franklin Auto countdown to kickoff.
Everybody, welcome here to Trojan Field on the campus of Barren County High School as the Glasgow Scotties and Barren County Trojans play in the Don Franklin Auto Crosstown Classic. It's the renewal of this series from last year. Last year, of course, being the first time the teams had played in 6 years. The Scotties won that game in double overtime, 36-35. Scotties hoping for a similar outcome tonight. Glasgow comes in here ranked number 7 in Class 3A in the latest media poll. Scotties are 3-1 on the year, having suffered their first defeat of the season last week at home to Allen County Scottsville. Final score there 32-15. Barren County undefeated on the year. They are 4-0. They're not ranked in the top 10 in 6A, but they are getting some votes, and so that would put them at number 12 in Class 6A in the media poll this week. They're coming off a 21-15 victory over Monroe County here at home last Friday night. As we said, Glasgow won the last meeting 36-35 in double overtime. That meeting occurred back on September 15th of 2023. We'll come back in a moment here on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show. We'll sit down with Glasgow head coach Jeff Garman, get his thoughts on tonight's matchup with these Trojans. We're back after a 3-minute timeout here on WCLU Sports.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery. Whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries, our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow. If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa Cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Here, history will be written. Legends will be made. The NFL is back on the world stage. Kicking off in London, then Munich. It's smash mouth, in your face, lay it on the line, crowd roaring, football. Don't miss it, because this waits for no one. The NFL London and Munich games, only on NFL Network.
The NFL Network is now on SCRTC Channel 124 and 424 for expanded TV customers, because there's no such thing as too much football.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
Welcome back here to Barren County High School. Joe Myers with you here on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show. We are now joined by Glasgow head football coach Jeff Garman as his team gets set to take on the Trojans here in game number 5 of the season. And Jeff, obviously being Barren County week, as coaches, I'm sure you guys try to take this game just like any other game. But have you seen any kind of extra sense of excitement, anticipation, anything out of your players this week in practice?
No, not really, to be honest with you. I haven't seen any change. I mean, if anything, it's getting past last week and getting over a tough loss to a good Allen County team. But, you know, it's like we tell the kids, you've got to put games behind you. You got to move on. And, you know, we watched the film from last week and made some mistakes. And, you know, we got to get those mistakes corrected. But, you know, there was a lot of good things that happened in that game Friday night. We just got to be more consistent, take care of the football, and, you know, score when we get opportunities down in the red zone.
Are you pleased with how the kids have responded in practice coming off that loss?
Yeah, I mean, everything's went well so far this week. So, I mean, I'm optimistic. You know, it's about us taking care of our business and about us doing the things that we do well. And, again, take care of the football. That's a big key in all this, and cut down on some you know, mental mistakes. They're not physical mistakes. A lot of them are mental mistakes, and cut down on those, and it'll take us a long way.
Tackling, as you discussed in the postgame last week, Jeff, was an issue for you guys against Allen County Scott. So have y'all paid any extra attention to that this week in practice, or how do you balance practicing tackling or whatever versus trying to not get anybody hurt in practice?
I'm going to give credit where credit's due. The back from Allen County is pretty good. I've watched them play 3 games prior to our game, and it was the same story every week. You know, I don't think tackling had been an issue up until Friday night. So the quarterback and the running back were really good players, and I think they posed more of the problems. But, you know, Barren County's got some good kids too. The quarterback, the Spillman kid, he's really elusive. He's quick. He does a really good job for them. And then their backs, they've got a couple of kids back there that are real physical. And you know, we've got to get people to football, and you've got to be able to tackle in space. Tackling's a big part of the game, and when you don't do it well, it shows.
Hudson Gum, your quarterback, of course, was terrific in the first 2 games. Jeff, he's not played his best the last 2 games. I think Hudson would tell you that himself. How do you try to get him back on track?
Well, you know, a lot of it has to do, too, with the scenario of the game. When we get out and got ahead in the first 2 games, it made a big difference. It makes a big difference in your play calling, what you're allowed to do. Seems like the last 2 games we've had some mental mistakes, puts us behind in the sticks, behind on the chains, and the play calling becomes a little bit more difficult, and the execution comes a little bit more tougher because the play calling becomes more predictable. And when you're 3rd and 12, or if you're 2nd and 5, there's a big difference in how teams respond to how the plays you run. So we need to stay in positive plays on the chains. The first 2 games we were able to do a lot more play action stuff early in the downs, and that makes a big difference. The last 2 games we've kind of had some mental mistakes. It goes 1st and 15. It's like losing a down in a 3-down sequence, and it becomes a little more predictable. And you know, there's not a lot of good plays out there for 3rd and 12. I mean, and your percentage of execution goes way down. So, you know, we see what's out in front of us. We've got to do a better job of taking care of the football, eliminating some penalties that are mental mistakes, and then just kind of play our game and get the ball to our playmakers. You know, I feel like we need to get the ball in Jarek's hands a little bit more, give him some more touches with the opportunities with the ball, and then just keep doing what we're doing, because there was a lot of drives in that game against Allen County in that first half that we drove the ball well. We had the ball down into the 20, inside around the 25-yard line twice and did not score. We score early in that game again. We go up 14-12, and it changes the whole complexion of that game, but we didn't. A penalty set us back. We would have had the ball down on about the 4 or 5 yard line. Penalty sets us back. Now we're back on the 20-yard line. Big difference in scenarios. So some of this has been self-inflicted wounds that we're causing ourselves, and some of it has been, good play by Allen County. They've done it. They did a good job the other night.
This Barren County team tonight, Jeff, will come in here at 4-0. Obviously, I'm sure they'll be a very confident ball club. What have you seen on film that has kind of led to the success that they've had so far?
Well, I mean, they've had, the opponents they've played so far. They were in a shootout with Warren East. I think that game ended up being 60-52, and you kind of throw that game out. Maybe they didn't. Neither team was able to stop the other team, and so you kind of throw that game out. Then you look at the Allen County and Monroe County game. You look at the Monroe County game, and it's 21-16. And Monroe's quarterback doesn't play. They handled Trigg County pretty well. They've got a good football team. Starts with their quarterback play. I think their quarterback's a really good player, throws the ball well, and also is able to run the ball and is elusive in that. Does a really good job. And then, they're going to attack you 3 different ways, inside, outside, and that's kind of part of the wing tee of they're going to hit you inside, then they're going to go outside. And you've got to play a good team defense, and you've got to play together as a defense. And then, defensively, but throw out the Warren East game. They've got stops when they've needed to, and so I mean they're a good football team. They're 4-0 for a reason. They're well coached. Coach Myers does a really good job with them, and they're in a pretty good position right now.
You mentioned John Myers. Of course, he was an assistant coach here at Glasgow for the last several years. He's in his first year over there as the head coach. Obviously, he's familiar with what you like to do. You're familiar with what he likes to do. Is this a game to where you kind of maybe switch some things up because of that, or do y'all just go out and do what you do best?
We're going to go do what we do, and each week when you play these teams, everybody knows kind of what everybody's doing. It's about execution. It's about playing together as a team and executing and taking care of the ball. And the team that performs at the highest level normally is the team that wins the football game. There are some exceptions in games where you turn it over 2 or 3 times, but you still find a way to win, and it happens out there. But for the most part, that's the way it plays. Coach Myers does a really good job. I'm sure he's familiar with our kids, and I want to say this. We were truly blessed to have John here for the 3 or 4 years and have his son play here. It was a blessing. John did a great job, and we wish him nothing but success wherever he goes and whatever he does. But I want to say thank you to him for what all he's done for our program over the years. But it's business Friday night, and we're going to play a football game, and he's going to try to do his best. We're going to try to do our best, and at the end, we'll see who played the best that night.
All right, Jeff, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Scotty head coach Jeff Garman, and when we come back, we'll be giving you the starting lineups for both ball clubs. We'll also be joined by Chase Landrum, who's filling in for Larry Alexander tonight, as well as Bruce Tribune. We're back after a 3-minute timeout here on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show on WCOU Sports.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Roll into a good morning with our warm toasted bagels. It's breakfast worth waking up for.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm Dan Fouch, branch manager at Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow. Our office recognizes that football and retirement share more similarities than you might think. The head coach, that's you. You are the ultimate decision maker when it comes to your finances. A successful retirement happens with support of a financial advisor, and that's where the quarterback comes in. A quarterback and financial advisor both pay close attention to the details and make the correct adjustments so that goals can be met. Call our office and speak with a financial advisor who can help you execute the plays to win in retirement.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
Since 1980, Applebee's has been bringing great food and big smiles to Kentucky neighborhoods just like yours in Glasgow. Their extensive menu of delicious comfort foods has something for everyone to love. And Applebee's loves to support the community and cheer on the Glasgow Scotties. Remember to stop by Applebee's on any Scotties game night in your Scotties attire and get 10% off your meal and non-alcoholic beverages. Eating good in the neighborhood at Applebee's, just off Happy Valley Road across from Walmart.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Roll into a good morning with our warm toasted bagels. It's breakfast worth waking up for.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Joe Myers, Chase Lander, and Bruce Tribune back here with you on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show here from Trojan Field on the campus of Barren County High School. We welcome you in here for what we think will be a good ball game for you tonight. Chase, this is a thrilling double overtime victory for Glasgow High School in this game last year. It was a great way, really, for this series to resume. There was a 6-year hiatus there where the two teams did not play. And it feels like to me, obviously Barren County, I think most people feel like Barron's the favorite tonight, but I think this has the potential to be a very good football game.
Well, always when you have the crosstown rivalry game is you say you throw the records out the window.
That's right.
But Barren County's off to a 4-0 start probably for the first time since probably sometime in the 1980s. So, I mean, they've got their heads are high coming in this ball game. Scotty's coming off a tough loss, though, in the last game, looking to get some of revenge from last week.
Yep, no doubt. The Scotties would like to respond to that loss to Allen County Scottsville last Friday night. Always an emotional game, too, Chase. So very important to come out here and play under control if you're Glasgow. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, especially early in the ball game.
Yeah, you have to stay away from the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, as sometimes the Scotties have been caught. Like last week, they got caught, I believe, with a couple there at the end of that Allen County game as well, which it happens, but we got to play disciplined football tonight against this good Barren County team.
Scotties are going to be without Trace Smith tonight at linebacker, and of course that's a big loss for the Scotties to not have Trace playing in that linebacker spot tonight. He'll be back next week, but Bruce in Trace's place will be Stephen Garrett. Stephen has played a lot of football for the Scotties so far this year. He's just not been in the starting lineup, so it's not like you're putting an inexperienced kid in there at linebacker, but that's an important spot. You hope Stephen plays well here tonight.
Yeah, and it'll be a very important spot tonight because most games, our linebackers are key. They're the ones that make a lot of the tackles, and because the line absorbs, the blocks, and he'll have to step up.
The question I have in my mind is how will Glasgow respond? Chase, you mentioned the Allen County game last week. They did not play particularly well in that ball game. It was their first loss of the season. You got to be able to bounce back from that tonight if you're Glasgow.
You have to stop the run. I mean, Scotties gave up 380 yards on the ground last week, which is very uncharacteristic for a Scottie football team. But neither of these two teams really like to throw the ball too much. Both teams averaging about 130 yards a game. Barren County averages 274 yards on the ground with multiple backs. It's like a back committee, as we were talking about in the pregame.
Yeah, and going back to the Allen County Scottsville game for just a moment, Bruce, ACS racked up 382 rushing yards, which is very unusual against a Jeff Garman coach defense. Of course, Jeff takes pride in the defense. He was a defensive coordinator here at Glasgow before he was the head coach. You hope that maybe the defense comes out with kind of a chip on their shoulder tonight with something to prove maybe after that performance last week.
Yeah, and I will say that's one of the better Allen County teams I've seen in a while, and their backs, they were, you could tell they played for several. The Ross kids been with them several years. They were strong. They've been in the weight room, but also they made some good juke moves against us the other night and left us looking silly a time or two.
Yeah, the tackling will need to improve tonight. Of course, a lot of the tackling issues, I think, did have to do with the skill level of the running back and quarterback, as Jeff Garman talked about during our pregame interview there. Let's go ahead and take another timeout, and we'll come back and actually we'll go ahead and wrap up the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show, and then when we come back, we'll not be too far away from kickoff for you here at Barren County High School. We're back after this 3-minute timeout on WCLU Sports.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
There, history will be written. Legends will be made. The NFL is back on the world stage. Kicking off in London, then Munich. It's smash mouth, in your face, lay it on the line, crowd roaring, football. Don't miss it, because this waits for no one. The NFL London and Munich games, only on NFL Network.
The NFL Network is now on SCRTC Channel 124 and 424 for expanded TV customers, because there's no such thing as too much football.
Glasgow Scotties football on WCLU 103.1 FM and AM 1490. And video streaming free at WCLUradio.com and on the Glasgow Scotties and WCLU YouTube channels. Glasgow Scotties football brought to you by Don Franklin Auto, McDonald's, The People's Bank, Hardee's, South Central Rural Telecommunications Cooperative, Applebee's, Aero Safety, TJ Regional Health, La Nacional Restaurant, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Joe Myers, and Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow.
Playtime's over, boy. Somebody got to be the victim tonight. Go! Go!
It's time to play.
Game day.
Let's get the game on.
At Barren County High School here at Trojan Field, it's the Scotties and the Trojans as they get set to meet here. Kickoff just about 7.5 minutes away. The two teams have gathered at midfield for a pregame prayer. That's certainly a nice thing to see. Everybody talks about, obviously, the rivalry between Glasgow and Barren County, Bruce. But, at the bottom line, all these kids know each other. Everybody in the community knows each other. Yeah, it's fun to have a rivalry here between Glasgow and Barren County, but in the end, we all got to live together, and it's good to see that these kids are out there praying together for this ball game.
Well, they'll give it all tonight on the field, and tomorrow morning they'll get up, and everybody will be friends again. I mean, some will have bragging rights, some won't, but they'll be friends again and do what they do. And as you said, it's good to see this rivalry renewed because of the crowd that comes out to see it, and it's good for the community because it's a week-long celebration. So let's hope we do have a good, clean game, a safe game, nobody gets hurt, and a good game.
One thing that I do think, according to some information we've gotten from the coaches, that you're going to see a little bit different tonight. We expect Jarek Martin to get a few more touches than he did against Allen County Scottsville. Only had 2 touches against ACS, and Chase. I don't think there's any doubt. Jarek, if he's not our best athlete, he's certainly one of the best athletes on this Glasgow football team. I expect to see the coaches try to get him the ball quite a bit more. I think you'll probably see him line up in a few different spots on the field. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, he's got some explosive speed ability out there on the edge, as I would call it, and with him having the ball in his hands, it makes the offense or the defense look more at him, as I would call it, and put more focus on him.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I thought you were saying something there. The former Glasgow head coach, former offensive coordinator John Myers, now the head coach here at Barren County. And as I was talking with Jeff, he and John, Bruce, they know what each other likes to do. I would not be surprised to see a few new wrinkles thrown in here, even though Jeff says we're going to go out and do what we do. Obviously, Jeff's not going to give away his secrets on the pregame interview, but I would expect to see both teams maybe come out with a few new wrinkles just to throw some new things out there the other team is not prepared for.
Well, as you said, both coaches knew this was the 5th game on the schedule, and we played 4 games before. And of course, they're all pre-district games, so I'm sure that neither one of them has shown their whole arsenal.
Barren County, of course, wants to run the football mostly. They run a wing T offense. If you've watched Glasgow the last few years on offense when John was the offensive coordinator, you're going to see a lot of the same stuff. This wing T offense has been very productive for them. As Chase alluded to earlier, Barren County averaging 271 rushing yards per game. The wing T is going to give you a lot of misdirection. Chase, it can sometimes be hard finding the football if you're a defense facing this wing T defense. So you got to play assignment football. You got to do your job and not try to do anything more than that if you're a defender against this.
You got to watch the ball because the first back may not get it, but that second back coming through may just go right through the line right there and just take off forever, as we've seen when he was coaching at Scotties as well. I just look forward to a clean game from both teams tonight. Hopefully everything stays clean, don't get out of hand.
Oh, I think we'll be in good shape there, hopefully. But Barren County quarterback Tate Smith, of course, he's a senior, 21 out of 32 on the year through the year for 65% completion rate. He's thrown for 512 yards, 7 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. He's only attempting 8 passes per game, Bruce, but, man, when he throws it, he's been very efficient with those completions. He is averaging 24 yards per completion. So you're talking about this Barren County team, through the passing game at least, has obviously had some big plays which have helped them score a lot of points.
Well, and that's sort of like the old Mayfield teams that would run, and they pound it, and they suck you in. And all of a sudden, when they throw a pass, it's going to be for good yardage. You let the tight end slip out, or you run a circle pattern, with the back sneaking out of the backfield, running up the sideline. And so that's why generally they are going to be big, because they do rush the ball a lot.
Taking a look at the coin toss on the field right now. Chase is watching that for us as the lead referee is down there talking with the captains right now as they're trying to get the coin toss taken care of here. And, by the way, our lead referee tonight is David Rogers. And your umpire, Alan Montgomery.
Scottie.
The linesman is Kevin Blaylock. The line judge, Brian Maxson. Back judge, Daniel Rogers. Field judge, Larry Milan. And the side judge, Dennis Rogers. So Glasgow won the toss, guys.
And they're going to receive.
They elected to receive. Yep, Jeff Carmen typically does that.
He does that. That's the second game in a row he's won the coin toss and has received both times.
Yeah, I can probably count on one hand the times I remember Jeff deferring to the second half whenever he wins that coin toss. But Chase, you alluded to this earlier. It's kind of a running back by committee. For Barren County. They've got 5 rushers who have at least 100 yards on the season. Jordan Harris, number 20, leads the team with 287 yards per game, and he's averaging 15 yards per carry. So you got to watch him, obviously, when he has the football in his hands. Dalen Thomas, of course, a former Glasgow Scottie. That name's probably familiar if you're a Glasgow fan. He transferred over here to Barren County during the offseason. Dalen has 199 yards on the year, second on the team. Cody Kearney, 141 yards on the season. The quarterback, Tate Spillman, 123 yards rushing. And Corbin Wells, 105 yards rushing. So, Bruce, you just never know who's going to get the football in this offense. That's part of what makes it so effective, I think.
It is. I'll go back to something I know I've told y'all about Coach Eubank when he was at Glasgow. Of course, he was at Barren County before he came to Glasgow, and he was scrimmaging a team out of Louisville one year, and they run the wing tee, and the coach after the game said, Coach, we just couldn't follow the ball, get my kids to follow the ball. He said, don't try to follow the ball. Look and see where my guards are going because they're going to be blocking for that ball.
That's true. Another kid you're going to hear the name of a lot, tight end Jackson Bird for Barren County. He's the leading receiver, 11 catches, 236 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Chase, what about keys for a Glasgow victory here tonight in this football game?
Well, I've been on the road a bunch, and I've only seen a few football games, as you would say, this year. But the Scotties need to win a turnover battle tonight. ACS got that 3-0 last week, if I remember correctly. And in tackling on defense, a lot of missed tackles on defense for the Scotties last week as well. And here's the big one for me. Win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
All right, and then the series record between Glasgow and Barren County. Glasgow leads the series 28 wins to 7 losses. And the Scotties won the first game back in 1977. Glasgow won that matchup 14-10. Scotties won last year's matchup again 36-35 in double overtime. The last time Barren County won back in 2014. Barren County won that one 14-11. Glasgow has won 8 of the last 9 meetings and 3 consecutive meetings with these Barren County Trojans. Glasgow wearing their all-white uniforms tonight with Columbia blue numerals, the familiar royal blue helmet with a white Scottie paw on the side. Barren County in all burgundy uniforms tonight with white numerals, trimmed or outlined in gold, I should say. Got some gold trim on the uniforms as well. Barren County with the burgundy helmet and the Trojan on the side of the helmet. For Barren County to tee this thing up to get us underway, it'll be Braden Houchins kicking it off. And back deep for the Scotties, Cam Bull and Jarek Martin.
Scotty's looking to take advantage of this kickoff, hopefully, too, and get some good field position to open this football game.
Kickoff tonight brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center at 702 Happy Valley Road here in Glasgow, and we are underway. And we have a flag. Barren County apparently offsides. Our starting lineups tonight brought to you by TJ Regional Health. On offense for Glasgow, left tackle Jordan Huffman, left guard Kievan Massey, center Parker McGowan, right guard Justice Payton, right tackle Javion Twyman, tight end Grayson Bartley, wideouts Jarek Martin and Jalen Bradley, the fullback Kanan Allen, and the tailback Cameron Bull, the quarterback Hudson Gum. We're going to re-kick here. Barren County, we've moved back to the 35-yard line.
A little too excited right there to begin with.
Must have been. So now the ball blown ready for play again. Houchins approaches, and another squib kick. It'll be fielded by Jalen Bradley at the 39. He's up across the 40, 45, and he'll go down right around the 46-yard line.
Give that tackle to number 26, Corbin Wells for the Trojans.
Return of 6 yards. They're going to spot him down at the 45 instead of the 46.
Pretty good field position to start for the Scotties as well.
Gave you the Glasgow offense. Let's give you the Barren County defense real quick. The nose tackle, Colton Thomas. Defensive end, Sean Brody and Bryson Wilson. Linebackers, Jordan Harris, Jackson Bird, Braden Houchins, Corbin Wells, Steele Whitaker. Cornerbacks, Dakota Wade and Briggs Harris. The safety, Tate Spillman. Hudson Gum will turn and give this ball off to Cam Bull, and he's going to get hit and drop for a loss. back to the 38-yard line. Loss of 2 yards.
Met by a host of Trojans that time, but we'll give that one to Corbin Wells as well as the first one I've seen to get to the running back.
Second down and 12 coming up for the Scotties. Getting these starting lineups brought to you by TJ Regional Health.
That's another thing for the Scotties now is you want to play in front of the chains.
Kanan Allen and Cam Bull in the straight I formation. Jalen Bradley, the wide out to the left side. He comes in motion. Gum off play action. Rolling out to the right under pressure. Throws. The pass intercepted to the 48-yard line. And going to be returned to about the 44, maybe the 43. Hudson overthrew the intended target that time. And Scotties turn it over on their first possession.
Jackson Bird on the interception for the Trojans.
So 1st and 10 for Barren County at the Glasgow 43-yard line. Tough way for the Scottie defense to get on the field for the first time. Let's give you the Barren County starters on offense. Left tackle Grayson Billingsley, left guard Ryan Harrison, center Alex Sawyer, right guard Charlie Poland, right tackle Ethan Bertram, tight end Jackson Bird. We'll give you the rest of them after this play. Spielman under center. Thomas, the wing back on the left side. Now they're going to motion Harris over a wing back on the right side as Thomas sits up in the backfield now. Spielman wants to throw on first down. He's under pressure. He'll be sacked back in Barren County territory.
That's going to be Keaven Massey on the sack for the Scotties there. They're going to give it to Justice Payton, but I had Massey on the sack there.
And ball be spotted at the 50-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. Second down, 17. Rest of those Barren County offensive starters, the wide receiver Bray Bewley, fullback Cody Kearney, running backs for Jordan Harris and Dalen Thomas, quarterback Tate Spielman. Defensively for the Scotties, nose guard is Justice Payton, defensive tackles Keaven Massey and Xander Contreras, linebackers are Stephen Garrett, Max Lee, and Brady Geary, cornerbacks Jarek Martin, Jalen Bradley, the safeties are Ryder Heller, Kellen Stone, and Kanan Allen. Those starting lineups brought to you by TJ Regional Health. Here's a handoff around the right side. That's Dalen Thomas as he tries to get the corner over there, and he'll get to about the 46-yard line, it appears, about a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and long here for the Trojans.
Brady Gary on the tackle for the Scotties, his first of the evening.
Pickup of 4 there for Thomas.
Looking to get a big 3rd down stop here if you're the Scotties defense.
3rd down 13 here for Barren County, at the Glasgow 46. Spielman in shotgun. The lone running back here is Kearney. You've got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Spielman wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He'll try to run. He's got some room. The 40, 35. He's got the first down. Ball pops out. He gets it right back, though, and I think he's going to go down right at the first down marker, but there is a flag down behind the play. This one's coming back. It's a holding call against the Trojans.
Going to be 3rd and a long way right here. Spielman did get to the first down marker there, but the penalty negates the play.
Flag is back at the 48-yard line in Barren County territory, so if they mark it from there, it's going to go all the way back to the 38. He appears to be marking it from the prior spot, though, rather than from the spot of the foul. So, all right, so the ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line.
Still 3rd and a mile. It's almost probably like 3rd and 25 is what I was thinking over here.
Right in that neighborhood, yep. Kearney and Harris in the backfield here. Thomas, the wingback on the right side. Bewley, the wide out to the near side. Watch a screen here, maybe. And Spielman going to keep it around the right side, and Jarek Martin going to track him down and throw him out of bounds. After he crosses into Glasgow territory, it'll be well short of the first down, and here comes the punting unit for Barren County. So a tremendous job by the Glasgow defense, put in a tough position there after the Glasgow turnover. The Scottie defense forces a 3 and out.
Yeah, neither team's really been able to get much going on offense so far as Trojans. 11 yards in the hole there on that drive.
Checking in to punt the ball away will be senior Braden Houchins for the Trojans. Jalen Bradley back deep for the Scotties, standing around the 12-yard line. Snap a little high, but Houchins brings it down. Scotty's almost got to it, but he gets it off. Takes a huge Barren County roll, but then Bradley fields it at the 12. He's across the 20 and up to the 22-yard line. Return of 12 yards there for Jalen Bradley. 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Well, now they're going to move it closer to the 23, Bruce. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line after a 13-yard return that time for Bradley.
Tackle for Mr. Colton Thomas for the Trojans.
Punt of 37 yards for Braden Houchins. So, Scotty's back out there for the second time on offense. Bradley and Allen will go wide to the left side. Gum starts in shotgun here with a back on either side of him. Martin wide to the right. Actually, Martin in the backfield. They give this thing off to Cam Bull, and again, he's going down for a loss. 2-yard loss. Back to the 21. 2nd down, 12.
Got to stay in front of the chain tonight. Both defenses coming out looking really good early on both sides of the ball.
That's a good point, Chase. So far, both teams offensively have been behind the chains right from the start. Scotty's lost 2 on their first down play on their opening series as well. 2nd and 12. Come under center this time. Allen and Bull in an offset eye. Stone is a wing back on the right side. You got a wide out here to the near side. They're going to pitch this thing to Bull on a sweep around the right end. Cam going to get tripped up at the 25. He'll fall forward to the 27-yard line.
It's going to be Tate Spillman on the tackle there. His first of the night. Scotty's going to have 3rd and medium.
Pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 6 coming here for the Scotties. Third down and 6 here. Twin receivers to the left, a single wide out to the near side. Gum in shotgun. Hudson with a quick pitch to Jarek Martin around the left side. Martin gets the 30, 35-40, 45-50, and tried to tiptoe to stay in bounds. He cannot, but a big gain there for the Scotties. We told you that you would see Jarek Martin line up in some different spots. He was lined up in the backfield that time, and it's a big gain to the Barren County 43-yard line.
Yeah, and Martin got the edge right there and just took off. It's Tate Spillman on tackle. If it wasn't for him there on the edge, Martin scoring on that play.
That's a Baird Private Wealth Management first down after a pickup of 30 yards. Trips to the near side, a single wide out to the left. Gum in shotgun. Bull to his left. It's a low shotgun snap. Gum just tries to run with it. Not sure if he was going to hand that thing off to Bull or what, but the low shotgun snap threw the timing off. There was an issue last week against Allen County Scottsville.
Corbin Wells with his 3rd tackle already in this first quarter, and we're about halfway through it as well.
Loss of a yard back to the 44. 2nd down and 11. Jalen Bradley goes wide left. Martin, Stone, Allen, the wideouts here to the near side. They'll send Stone in motion. Gum wants to throw. Looking over the middle for Jarek Martin. He's open. Caught at the 15, and he'll go down inside the 10. The ball came out. No, they're going to say it was incomplete. They say he did not hang on to it long enough. So it'll be 3rd down and 11, but a good throw that time by Hudson Gum. Jarek got hit about the time he caught the football, and it was knocked out of his hands.
That was a good play call there for the Scotties. As soon as Jarek tried to make a catch, about 3 or 4 Barren County defenders were there to take the ball away from him. Now we're 3rd and 11 here.
5:55 to go in this opening quarter. We are scoreless here between Glasgow and Barren County. And the Scotties a little confused here. Got 13 on the play clock. Now Hudson Gum runs up to the line of scrimmage and maybe changing the play. Gum in shotgun. He's got a back on either side of him. And a busted play here. That was a disaster right from the start. Gum trying to run for something here. He's going to get across the 45 to the 44, back to the original line of scrimmage. Scotties maybe should have burned a timeout right there.
Houchins on the tackle for the Trojans. Scotties on that look to probably punt this football.
No gain on the play. It'll be 4th down and 11. And with 5:33 to go in the first quarter, Scotties send the punting unit in. Here comes Kanan Allen to kick it away. Going back deep for Barren County is Bray Bewley.
Set to punt for the Scotties, number 6, Kanan Allen.
you're hoping to pin the Trojans deep here as well with this punt.
Canyon's punted well so far this year, averaging 36 yards per kick. The Scotties running a player onto the field very late. They're not going to have time to get this thing off. They'll just take the 5-yard delay of game. So confusion on the last offensive play, and now confusion on personnel on this punt team.
Delay of game penalty against the Scotties.
That'll back the football up to the Barren County 49-yard line. Allen has the snap. Gets it away. Will bounce at the 21-yard line and take a little bit of a Glasgow roll. It'll be down to inside the 20 at the 19, it looks like. Or the 18-yard line, I believe. Punt of 31 yards for Canaan Allen with no return.
Barren County will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line.
4:53 to go in the opening quarter here. We are scoreless between Glasgow and Barren County here at Trojan Field. Spielman under center this time. Briggs Harris in there as the wingback. He goes in motion. Going to give it off to one of the backs here. That's Corbin Wells. He'll get out across the 25 up near the 29-yard line.
That tackle's going to go. That tackle's going to go to Kellen Stone for the Scotties. His first of the evening.
First and 10 for the Trojans at Barren County's own 28-yard line. Spielman under center. Gonna give this thing off. Can't pick up the number there. It's a handoff straight up the middle across the 35, and that is on the carry Corbin Wells once again.
We'll give the tackle to Brady Gary, his second of the evening. It's going to be a 2nd and 2 for the Trojans right here on the 36.
Second down 2 here. Spielman under center. Harris again, the wingback here on the near side. Going to give this off to Dalen Thomas out of the backfield, and Thomas takes it off left tackle, and he's going to go down around the 39-yard line. That will be enough for a first down, I believe. It'll be close.
We'll give.
Yep, they will move the chains.
We'll give Contreras the tackle there, his first of the evening, and it's a first down for the Trojans.
First and 10, Barren County at their own 39-yard line. Spielman puts Harris in motion to the far side of the field. Turns, gives it off to Kearney, the fullback. He'll get it to the 45, to the 46-yard line, I think is where they'll put him down. Actually going to give him the 47. The pickup of 8 yards.
Contreras' second tackle of the evening as Trojans are now nearing midfield.
.237 to go in the opening quarter. Scoreless here between Glasgow and Barren County. Spielman going to give this thing off on a sweep around the left side at the 50, 45. And that is Briggs Harris that was on the carry that time. He's run out of bounds in Glasgow territory at the 46.
Tackle goes to Canaan Allen for the Scotties as the Trojans are now in business on their side of the field now.
Ball right between the 46 and 45-yard lines. Harris goes in motion to the right side. He got a wide out to the far side of the field. Going to pitch this to Dalen Thomas on a quick pitch around the right end. Scotties string it out very well. Got maybe a half yard.
Number 7, Thomas on the carry. Tackle made by number
We're going to give Ryder Heller the tackle there. It's his first tackle of the evening. Scotty's looking for a defensive stop right here as well.
We'll say no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 1:55 left in this opening quarter. Still nobody on the board yet. Backs are split in the backfield. Thomas, the wing back here on the near side. Give it off to the second man through. That's going to be a first down across the 35-yard line. On the carry that time for Barren County is Jordan Harris. And Harris took a pretty good shot that time, I think, from Kellen Stone. And Harris going to have to come out of the ball game, but he does pick up a first down for the Trojans.
Yeah, Kellen Stone's second tackle of the evening, as now the Trojans are getting in business down through here as they're on the 32.
Pick up of 14 yards. Thomas and Kearney in the backfield. Briggs Harris, the wing back on the right. A wide out here to the near side of the field. Harris comes in motion. Spillman, give it off to Kearney, and he will get down near the 25-yard line as he took it off left guard that time. Pick up of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Kanan Allen on the tackle there, his second of the evening.
Under a minute to go here in this opening quarter.
Very fast-paced first quarter
yes,
as
it
well.
has been. I was just noticing that. Spillman under center. Backs are split. Here comes Harris in motion. That's Briggs Harris to the near side. And give this thing off to, actually that's Spillman who keeps it around the left side, and he's going to get to the 20-yard line before being driven out of bounds, and that'll be enough for a Barren County first down.
Kanan Allen's third tackle of the evening.
Five-yard pickup there, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter of play. After one, we're scoreless here between Glasgow and Barren County. Here at Barren County High School, we're back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCLU Sports.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT Hand-Breaded Chicken Sandwich.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
Back here for the start of the second quarter at Barren County High School. Joe Myers, Chase Lander, Bruce Tribune with you. We're scoreless here between Glasgow and Barren County. Trojans have the football at the Glasgow 20, first down and 10. Dalen Thomas goes in motion. Spillman going to turn and hand this thing off. I believe that may have been Kearney on the carry. Oh, actually, no, that is, who is that? Yep, that is Kearney on the carry that time. Going to get a yard to the 19.
Massey's going to get the tackle there for the Scotties. That is going to be his first tackle of the evening. As it's very hard to see, Joe.
Yeah, this is our first experience broadcasting a game here from the Barren County press box. And while the box inside is plenty nice, plenty big, there are people standing right in front of us. And it is very difficult to see what's going on at times. Spillman under center. Harris and Kearney in the backfield here. Dalen Thomas comes in motion from his wingback spot. Spillman fakes the handoff, wants to throw. Spillman rolling out to the right side and lets it go at the last minute before he goes out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Good to get them in third and long right here as well.
Kellen Stone and Stephen Garrett in the area on coverage there for the Scotties. I think it was Jackson Bird who was the intended target, Bruce, but again, I was blocked out. Couldn't really see. 11:08 to go here in the first half of play. 3rd down 9 coming up for the Trojans. Barren County at the Glasgow 19, so certainly 4-down territory here. Spillman sets up in shotgun. He's got Kearney to his left. 2 wideouts each way. And the shotgun snap hits the man in motion for Barren County, and Glasgow recovers.
Wow.
That's Brady Geary, I think, who came up with it. It is. Jordan Harris was going in motion. The ball was snapped just as he got behind the center. It bounced off Harris, and Brady Geary alertly jumped on top of it. It's Glasgow football. So each team now with a turnover.
That could be a big turning point in this game as well if you're a Scotties fan.
So Scottie offense back on the field here. 11:06 to go in the first half. Still scoreless. Bull and Allen split in the backfield here with Gum under center. Going to motion Bull out of the backfield to give it off to Allen up the middle, and Kanan gets hit as soon as he takes the handoff and goes down for no gain. 2nd down 10 from the 19.
Seems like the Scotties are in a lot of 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 12 so far in this ball game.
Yeah, you already mentioned it, Chase, playing from behind the chains. It's just hard to do that and have a lot of success. Not had much success on 1st down, certainly, so far in this ball game, have the Scotties. Allen, Martin, Stone all wide to the near side. Gum fakes a quick pitch to the left side. Gum keeps it around the right end. He's got the 25, the 30, and he'll run out of bounds before getting
got a flag
to the 35. It's going to go out of bounds at the 32, but this one may be coming back.
Tackle by Corbin Wells there as well.
It is a hold on the Scotties, so wipe out the 1st down. They do mark this one from the spot of the foul. That's going to move the ball back to the 11. It'll make it 2nd down and 13 here for the Scotties. I'm sorry, not the 11, the 16. Second and 13, Glasgow. 10-13 to go in the first half of play. No score. Gum in shotgun. He's got Bull in the backfield with him. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Quick pitch to Bull here on the near side. He's got the 20. Cuts back to the inside, hits the 25, and then takes a shot as he gets around the 27-yard line. But a good gain there for the Scotties. It'll be 3rd down and short coming up.
Bryson Wilson on the tackle for the Trojans. His first of the evening, as the Scotties now have a 3rd and manageable here.
Pickup of 11. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Ball at the Glasgow 27. Gum under center. Allen and Bull in the backfield. Stone, the wing back on the near side. He'll go in motion to the right. Gum fakes to Bull, wants to throw. His pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Number 13, Gums. Pass batted down by number 2,
It's going to be another punting situation for the Scotties here as
They
well.
bring up 4th down and 2, and Glasgow deep in their own territory at the 27. So Kanan Allen will come in to kick it away. Bray Bewley will drop back deep for the Trojans.
Set the punt for the Scotties, number 6, Kanan Allen.
And we'll try to squeeze in a 30-second timeout here after this punt. Allen gets it away. High end over a spiraling kick, I should say. Fair catch called for and made at the 37-yard line. So we'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We're back on WCLU Sports.
I'm Dan Fouch, branch manager at Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow. Our office recognizes that football and retirement share more similarities than you might think. The head coach, that's you. You are the ultimate decision maker when it comes to your finances. A successful retirement happens with support of a financial advisor, and that's where the quarterback comes in. A quarterback and financial advisor both pay close attention to the details and make the correct adjustments so that goals can be met. Call our office and speak with a financial advisor who can help you execute the plays to win in retirement.
Back here at Barren County High School, I do not know what happened, but the Scotties have been whistled for a 15-yard personal foul penalty. So that is going to move the football into Glasgow territory at the 47-yard line. Didn't see at all what happened there, but stats in that first quarter, we'll give them to you real quick. First downs, 5 for Barren County, 1 for the Scotties, 68 yards rushing for Barren County, no yards passing, 31 yards rushing for the Scotties, no yards passing. Each team has turned the ball over one time so far. Harris and Kearney in the backfield here. They are split with Spillman under center. Thomas, the wing back on the left side. Bewley wide to the left. Going to give it off on a reverse to Jackson Bird, the tight end, and he'll go down around the 35, but a flag is down behind the play. Maybe a holding call on Barren County.
Contreras on the tackle there for the Scotties. That would be his third of the evening.
It is a hold against the Trojans. Lead referee, by the way, we told you earlier, is David Rogers.
Both teams tonight, though, getting a bunch of penalties in this ball game. Big penalties is the thing.
Yeah. Barren County's been penalized 3 times for 25 yards. Glasgow 3 times for 30.
I mean, this game's flying because we've only seen about 3 passes in this game so far.
Clock stopped right now after the penalty. 9 minutes to play. Now they run it. We're here in the second quarter. Still no score. First down and 14 for the Trojans. That penalty backs them up to their own 49-yard line. Spillman under center. Kearney, the lone setback. You got a wing back on either side. That's Harris and Thomas. Bewley, the wide out to the left. Spillman fakes the handoff up the middle, keeps it around the left end, gets to the corner. He'll cross the 45, the 40. 3 flags are down. This is going to be a face mask on Glasgow. That was easy for everybody in the building to see.
Well, and you could have got him almost at the line of scrimmage, but a couple missed tackles there for the Skies give the Trojans about a 13-yard gain on that play.
Spillman run out of bounds at the 35 and then tack on 15 yards to that. So this is going to be a huge play for the Scotties. Personal foul face mask on Glasgow. So that's 2 personal fouls on the Scotties on this series alone. So 30 yards in penalties.
Just penalties you honestly cannot have if you want to keep the Trojans out of the end zone because they're getting pretty far down there right now.
First down and 10 for the Trojans at the Glasgow 20-yard line, 8:33 to go.
Just about the spot where the Trojans fumbled on their last drive.
Spillman under center, Kearney and Harris in the backfield. And a little busted play here, it looks like. Spillman going to try to run it around the right end. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be all. Looked like somebody moved early before that snap, but I see no flags at all. Certainly the play was a busted play. No gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10.
Stephen Garrett on the tackle there, his first of the evening.
$7:56 to go in the first half of play. Trojans turned it over the last time they got this deep in Glasgow territory. Each team has turned it over 1 time so far tonight. Spillman under center. Kearney, the lone setback. Thomas and Harris, the wing backs. They give it off to Thomas on a sweep around the left side. He's inside the 10, inside the 5, and he'll go into the end zone for the Barren County touchdown. $7:31 to go in the first half of play. Trojans draw first blood. They lead it 6-0.
He just hit the hole right there and just took off after that.
Jacob Dooley on for the PAT. He is 5 out of 5 on the season. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 7:31 to go in the first half of play. Barren County 7, Glasgow nothing. We'll take another 30-second timeout here on WCLU Sports.
We know there's a big difference between being in a community and being part of the community. That's why here in Glasgow, we cheer on the Scotties. We work hard every day to make a positive impact on the community we call home. Behind our golden arches, we strive daily to serve delicious food and treats. If you could only smell this McDonald's ad, you smell how delicious this burger and fries really are. Join our McTeam. To learn how, text KY209 to 38000. Benefits include a sign-on bonus up to $500.
7:31 to go in this first half of play. Barren County scoring after a 3-play, 63-yard drive that took a minute and 37 seconds. It was a 20-yard touchdown run for Dalen Thomas, getting his second rushing touchdown of the season. The extra point good for Jacob Dooley. Trojans lead it 7-0. There was an injured player after that extra point attempt for Glasgow. Can't pick the number up here. He's surrounded by coaches and medical personnel. Going to get him up to his feet now. Is that Jalen Bradley?
Jalen Bradley.
That's what I thought. Jalen hopefully will be okay and able to continue the rest of the game. Houchin set to kick this thing away. Short kick, fielded at the 35-yard line. 40, 45, 50. And going down right around midfield for the Scotties is... Well, I still can't pick the number up. He's not turning around. Is that Ryder Heller? That is Ryder Heller. He returned it to the Barren County 49-yard line. So good field position here for the Scotties.
Scotty's going to get it in their territory right here, needing to score because Barron's going to get the ball back at the half as well.
7:25 to go in the first half. 7-0 lead for Barren County. Gum in shotgun, has a back on each side of him. Going to pitch it to Jarek Martin around the left side. Jarek trying to get to the corner, but Barren County played it well. Might have fallen forward for a yard as he went out of bounds. It will be a 1-yard pickup to the 48.
Jackson Bird on the tackle there. Massey, I thought, missed the tackle there out on the edge as well, where Martin couldn't get a couple extra yards as well.
Missed the block?
Missed the block, yeah.
Gotcha. 2nd down and 9 here. Barren County 105 total yards. Scotties was just 43 yards of offense so far. Gum under center. Pitch this thing to Bull, trying to get around the right end. Cam will get to the 45 and down at the 44-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Tackle there by Bryson Wilson, his second of the evening, as the Scotties are in 3rd and 5 right here.
Certainly potential 4-down territory here, depending on what happens here on 3rd down.
A quick moving at first half, as I've stated probably multiple times at this point.
Allen and Bull in a straight eye. Kellen Stone, the wing back on the right. Martin come wide to the left side, and now a timeout will be taken by Glasgow. This timeout brought to you by Applebee's. We'll take a 30-second break. Glasgow trailing Barren County 7-0. 5:59 to go in the first half. Back after a 30-second timeout on WCOU Sports.
I'm Dan Fouch, branch manager at Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow. Our office recognizes that football and retirement share more similarities than you might think. The head coach, that's you. You are the ultimate decision maker when it comes to your finances. A successful retirement happens with support of a financial advisor, and that's where the quarterback comes in. A quarterback and financial advisor both pay close attention to the details and make the correct adjustments so that goals can be met. Call our office and speak with a financial advisor who can help you execute the plays to win in retirement.
Third down 5 coming up for the Scotties here. We've got 5:59 to go in the second quarter. Barren County on top, 7-0 here at Trojan Field. Glasgow at the Barren County 44-yard line.
Looking at 4-down territory here as well.
Gum in shotgun. He's got Martin on one side, Bull on the other. Give to Martin on a counter play here. Jarek trying to get to the corner. He will not. He's going to lose a yard back at the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 6, so we'll see if that makes Coach Jeff Garman punt this thing away here. Doesn't look like it.
He's going to go here, it looks like. It's a crucial play.
Bit of a gamble here. 5:36 to go in the first half, but Glasgow trailing 7-0. Coach Garman going to keep the offense on the field on 4th down and 7. Martin actually lost 2 yards on that play. I thought he got to the 45. They backed him up to the 46.
Huge play in this ball game.
2 receivers to each side. Gum in shotgun. Bull in the backfield with him. And now a whistle and a timeout taken by Glasgow once again. This timeout brought to you by Applebee's. We'll stay right here as we've gotten caught up on our breaks now. We do need to tell you that tonight only, if you wear your Scotties attire to Applebee's, you'll get 10% off your meal and non-alcoholic beverages. So get out to Applebee's and eat good in the neighborhood tonight. 10% off by wearing your Scotties attire there to Applebee's. We normally have some scores to pass along to you by now, but we have not had anybody report any scores whatsoever on our group text amongst all the radio guys here, so not sure what's going on there. 4th down and 7 here for Glasgow. They're at the Barren County 46-yard line, and they'll go for it.
Looks like Bradley has re-entered the game for the Scotties as well.
That's good to see. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Gum has Bull in the backfield with him. Hudson's in shotgun. Hudson to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll let it go. Pass is dropped. Would have been a first down, but Jalen Bradley could not catch it. It was right in his hands, right around the 37-yard line. That hurts. So the Scotties turn it over on downs with 5:05 to go in the first half of play. 7-0 lead for Barren County as the Glasgow defense comes back onto the field. Bewley goes wide to the left side. Briggs Harrison is the wing back. Wells in the backfield this time to get Harris in motion to the left side. Give this off to Wells. He goes off left guard. He'll cross the 50 to the 48-yard line or so in Glasgow territory.
Kanan Allen's 5th tackle of the evening for the Scotties.
Tackle was made by number 6, Kanan Allen. Pick up a 7 on that play. It'll be 2nd down. There you go.
2nd down 4 after the 6-yard gain. Bewley wide to the left. Harris again, the wing back on the right. Thomas and Wells are the backs. They're split in the backfield. The tight end Bird on the right side of the formation. 4-man front for the Scotties. Spillman fakes to Corbin Wells, keeps it around the left side, and the Scotties stop him shy of the first down. Gain of 2 to the 46. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Trojans.
Max Lee on the tackle for the Scotties, his first of the evening. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Trojans here at the 46.
Hart County and Butler County playing a district game tonight. Hart County in front there 22-0. That game being played at Butler County. 3rd down and 2 for the Trojans at the Glasgow 46. Wells and Thomas in the backfield. Here comes Harris in motion from his wing-back spot. Spillman will give to Wells. Nope, actually Spillman kept it, and he did not get there, I don't think. He got to the 45.
They're going to give him the first?
I don't think so. He's going to be about a half-yard shy, but certainly Barren County will go for this here. 4th down and less than a yard with the ball spotted just across the 45-yard line.
Max Lee on the tackle there again. That's his 2nd as the Trojans are going to look to go for this on 4th and inches.
Clock down to 3:16 to go.
Just make sure you don't jump off sides here if you're the Scotties.
Trojans leading 7-0. Spillman under center. Watch for the quarterback sneak here. And there it is. Spillman right up the middle with it. Gets some first down and much more. He's inside the 40 and down to the 35-yard line.
Tackle's going to go for Massey there. His 2nd on the evening as the Trojans convert. Got 10 yards there on a quarterback sneak.
2:44 to go in the half.
crucial defensive possession here for your Scotties.
As Chase said a moment ago, Barren County gets the ball to start the third quarter, so the last thing you want to see them do is get a touchdown right here if you're a Glasgow fan. Here comes Harris in motion near side. Spillman to throw off play action. Spillman looking down the middle. Pass is going to be incomplete. Kellen Stone had a beat on it, and Bray Bewley turned from wide receiver to defensive back right there. He ends up knocking the ball away from Kellen. Kellen almost had his 4th interception of the season right there. Actually, it would have been his 5th interception. He has 4. Second down and 10 for the Trojans.
Well, it stopped the clock as well right there.
Greenwood leads Warren Central 28-6. 10:22 to go in the second quarter there in that ball game. Second down, 10. Spillman under center with Thomas and Wells in the backfield. It goes Harris in motion. Again, we get off to Briggs. Harris, and around the left side he goes. Turns it upfield. He's got the 30, the 25, and going to have a first down as he's taken down inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Tackle's going to go to, I could not tell that time. We'll go with Kellen Stone.
1:52 to play here. Barren County has all 3 timeouts. Spillman's under center. Here's a give to Wells. Goes off left guard. He's inside the 15 and down around the 11. Gain of 8 yards. Actually, they're going to spot it closer to the 12, so we'll say gain of 7. It'll be second down and 3.
Max Lee with his 3rd tackle of the night, as the Trojans got just over a minute here, and they are getting close to the end zone.
$1:12 to go here. Here's the give to Cody Kearney. He goes inside the 10 down to the 9, and that should be enough for a first down. It will be a first and goal here for the Trojans at the 9-yard line. We've got 1 minute even to go. We're in the first half of play. Barren County already leading at 7-0.
Scotty's looking to get a stop here on defense. Look for a little misdirection right here if I had to take a guess.
Kearney and Jordan Harris are the backs. Thomas the wing back on the right side. Spillman keeps it after faking the handoff up the middle. He's going to go down for a short loss on the play. Back around the 10-yard line.
Max Lee in there again on the tackle. His 4th, and I believe all of them have come in this quarter.
Barren County's going to call a timeout here with 32.5 seconds to go until halftime. Again, the Trojans on top by a score of 7-0. This timeout, again, brought to you by Applebee's. Applebee's is a proud sponsor of Glasgow Scottie Sports. Make sure you swing by Applebee's tonight. Get 10% off your meal and non-alcoholic beverages just by showing up in your Scotties attire and eating good in the neighborhood. Another score for you, Louisville Manual on top of South Warren, 14-7, midway through the second quarter in that one. Scotties next week will begin district play with a home game against Adair County. Russellville and Franklin Simpson playing right now. They're tied at 14 midway through the second quarter. So there was not a loss of a yard. They say Spillman got back to the line of scrimmage, so second and goal from the 9.
As the Trojans have 2 timeouts as well.
Spillman under center. Kearney in the backfield. He got a wing back on each side. They'll give it off to Thomas as he tries to get around the right corner. He's inside the 5, and he's into the end zone for another Barren County touchdown, I think. Did he get in?
No,
they did not get in. They say he stopped a little bit shy.
Number 7, Thomas on the carry.
Again, I'm trying to look through people who are standing in front of us here, so apologize for that. But I thought he was in. He is not. He stopped about a half yard shy. Ball inside the 1. And Barren County uses another timeout. That's their last, isn't it, Bruce?
I think
they have one more left. Okay, they have one more left. 22 seconds to go. Again, this timeout brought to you by Applebee's. Barren County has run the ball 25 times and only thrown it twice in this first half of play. Glasgow, on the other hand, has rushed the ball 11 times and thrown it 4. As you would expect, a huge crowd on hand here at Barren County High School for this, what is now again an annual meeting between Glasgow and Barren County. These two teams will meet up in week 2 next week over at Glasgow High School. 3rd down and goal from inside the 1. Spillman under center, and he'll sneak it, and he is in for the Barren County touchdown. 13-0 Trojans, 19.8 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the offense appears to be staying on the field here. I think Barren County's going to go for 2.
Wow.
Coach Myers obviously has a 2-point play he's very confident in here. He's got a good kicker, but choosing to go for 2. Spillman under center. Here goes Thomas in motion, going to give it off to him, trying to get in off the right side, and he does, I think. Did he? He did. The 2-point conversion is good. We saw Dalen Thomas run that play for the Scotties last year a lot on that 2-point conversion. It was successful, and it's successful here for the Trojans. 15-0. Barren County now leads. 19.8 seconds to go in the first half of play. We'll give you that scoring drive here in just a moment. Bruce is tabulating all the numbers right now. But again, we told you Glasgow starts district play next week back at home at Hank Roy Stadium against the Adair County Indians. Adair County destroyed Franklin Simpson last week. 42-0, I think, was the final score in that ball game. It was certainly one that opened some eyes. That drive for Barren County, 11 plays, 54 yards, took 4 minutes and 46 seconds. It was a 1-yard touchdown run for the quarterback, Tate Spillman. For Spillman, that is his 6th rushing touchdown of the year, which leads the team. Actually, that was not Spillman, was it? That was Thomas who ran that in, wasn't it?
Thomas ran the 2-point conversion.
Okay, that's right, it was a quarterback. I'm sorry, yep, that's right. I'm sorry, my fault. And then Thomas did go in for the 2-point try, so it's 15-0. 19.8 seconds to go. Houchins on to kick it away. And what it looked like, I don't know if that was an intentional onside kick, but it ended up being an onside kick, and Barren County recovers it with 18.9 seconds to go. I don't know if Houchins meant to do that or if it was just such a bad kick it turned into an onside kick, but either way, Barren County's going to get the football here, and they'll have 18.9 seconds to work with. They'll take it at the Glasgow 46-yard line.
I mean, he's not really attempted to kick one yet. It was basically been squib kicks the entire time, and that time I think it was an onside kick, and Scotty just weren't ready for it.
I think that's how Houchins just kicks it, Chase. I don't think he kicks it deep much at all. Just, again, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it worked out well for the Trojans. So we'll see if they can get anything done here in 18 seconds.
They're going to probably try to get this down there in field goal position.
3 men wide to the right side, 1 man wide to the left. Spillman in shotgun here. Got Kearney to his right. Spillman wants to throw. Under pressure. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling right. He's got a lot of room to run, and he will. He's got the 40, the 35, and he'll run out of bounds right at the 34-yard line, I think. 10 seconds to go.
I mean, they're down there on about the 34 right now with about 10 seconds to go in the half. 46.
12-yard pickup there on the run by Spillman. First down and 10.
You have to think they got about 2 more plays in the arsenal here.
Trojans have 1 timeout left. Spillman in shotgun. Looks to throw again. Again under pressure, rolling out to the right side. And he is going to throw into the end zone and is overthrown. And that, I think, I'm trying to pick up the number of the intended target. That was Jackson Bird on the, who was the intended receiver. Kellen Stone back there defensively for the Scotties, along with Kanan Allen. Just 2.4 seconds to go now in the half, so Barren County will just most likely just try to throw this thing up into the end zone. Spillman in shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. Here's the snap. Spillman under pressure, and he'll be sacked back at the 45-yard line. That's Max Lee on the sack. That is how the first half will come to an end. Your score, Barren County 15, Glasgow nothing. And we'll come back in a moment on the Don Franklin Auto Halftime Show and take a look at the first half stats, which will be brought to you by McDonald's of Glasgow. 15-0 Trojans over the Scotties here at the break. And we're back after a 4-minute timeout here on WCOU Sports.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Since 1980, Applebee's has been bringing great food and big smiles to Kentucky neighborhoods, just like yours in Glasgow. Their extensive menu of delicious comfort foods has something for everyone to love. And Applebee's loves to support the community and cheer on the Glasgow Scotties. Remember to stop by Applebee's on any Scotties game night in your Scotties attire and get 10% off your meal and non-alcoholic beverages. Eating good in the neighborhood at Applebee's, just off Happy Valley Road across from Walmart.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery. Whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries, our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
Glasgow Scotties football on WCLU 103.1 FM and AM 1490. And video streaming free at WCLUradio.com and on the Glasgow Scotties and the WCLU YouTube channels. Glasgow Scotties football brought to you by Don Franklin Auto, Hardee's, Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow, La Nacional Restaurant, South Central Rural Telecommunications Cooperative, McDonald's, Aero Safety, Applebee's, The People's Bank, TJ Regional Health, and Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Joe Myers. It's time for the Don Franklin Auto Halftime Show.
Joe Myers, Chase Landerman, and Bruce Tribune back here with you at Barren County High School, where we are at halftime here on the Don Franklin Auto Halftime Show. It's Barren County on top of the Scotties by a score of 15-0 here at the break. And just getting a look at these first half stats, and Chase, they are not pretty. Barren County has 14 first downs. Glasgow has 1 first down in the entire first half of play. Barren County 164 total yards. Glasgow just 45 yards here at halftime. Obviously, got to get some things going on offense to have any chance to come back and win this ball game.
Well, it's hard to play from the behind the chains and second and third down, as we have seen the Scotties on first down have not done a good job of staying in front of the chains tonight. But they've had a couple opportunities to get down the field, though, as well, and they've just not converted.
Just looking at some of these other numbers, which are fairly significant. Well, Bruce just took my sheet away from me here. Hang on just 1 second here. The penalties, we've not seen a ton of penalties. 4 on Glasgow, only 3 on Barren, but large penalties. 25 yards in penalties for Barren County, 45 yards in penalties on the Scotties. Each team has turned the ball over 1 time, so that's kind of a wash there. But bottom line is Scotties just have to get something going on offense. Barren County has dominated time of possession, 15 minutes and 45 seconds to Glasgow's 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Not only can you not get anything going offensively when you're not on the field, but it wears that defense out too, Chase.
Yeah, Barren County's had the ball for 2/3 of this ball game, and they've ran a lot of plays as well, a lot of running plays. Only if you look to pass there, just there at the end of the half, just trying to score, just Hail Mary it into the end zone. And here we are, it's 15-0 at the half as the Trojans are trying to win their first game this series since 2014.
We are here on the Don Franklin Auto Halftime Show, and it is time now to take a look at our halftime stats, which are brought to you by McDonald's of Glasgow. And for that, we will turn things over to Chase Landerman and Bruce Tribune. Chase.
All right, Joe, we're going to start with the drive chart here as the Scotties won the coin toss here in this ball game and elected to receive the opening kickoff where Hudson Gunn was intercepted on the second play of the game by Jackson Bird that set up the Trojans on the Glasgow 44. And then after that, they punted as well. After 5 plays, the Scotties took over with 8 minutes left in the first half on the 23 as the Scotties ran 7 plays and punted the football back to the Trojans. With 4:53 left in the first half, the Trojans took over. They had a nice drive going as well. They started on the Barren County 18. They got all the way down to the Glasgow 19 before Brady Gary got a fumble recovery down there, which stopped the Trojans from scoring there with 11:06 left in the second quarter, where the Scotties punted on their next possession as well. They held the ball for 2 minutes in that drive, and they gave the ball to the Trojans on the 47 of Barren County, where Barren County went on a 3-play drive from 63 yards, where Dalen Thomas had a 20-yard rushing touchdown to put the Trojans up 7-0 in the first half. Jacob Dewey's extra point was good, as well as the Scotties on their next possession turned the ball over on downs at midfield, where the Trojans got the ball back with 5 minutes left in this first half, and they went on an 11-play, 54-yard touchdown drive that took 4:46 off the clock, where Tate Spillman went in from 1 yard over. Dalen Thomas's 2-point conversion was good, and the Trojans led 15-0. Then on the next play on the kickoff, the Trojans recovered the onside kick, but that ended the half there as the Trojans lead 15-0 at the half. As I'll turn things over to Bruce.
Thank you, Chase. Not a good half for the Scotties in that first half, as they only had 1 first down. We only had 45 total yards, and 30 of those came on one Jarek Martin carry there at one time. So 15 yards on the other 16 plays. Well, 2 punts, 14 plays. So they've held us pretty tight here in that first half. But this is our Don Franklin Auto halftime show. These are your McDonald's stats. And I need to say a special hello to Josie tonight, my granddaughter. She listens to us, and she wants me to say something to her. So here we go with our halftime stats. With Barren County on top 15-0, Barren County had 14 first downs to 1 for Glasgow. Barren County 164 on the ground, 0 through the air for a total of 164. Scotties 45 on the ground, no passing yardage for the Scotties for a total of 45. Each team had 1 turnover in that first half. Barren County was penalized 3 times for 25 yards. Scotties 4 times for 45 yards. And then on that second touchdown run, there was 2 15-yarders on it that really hurt the Scotties because it put them deep, because the first one put it into Scottie territory on the 35. Barren County ran 32 offensive plays. They used up 15 minutes and 45 seconds of clock time. The Scotties, with only 17 plays in that first half, 8 minutes and 15 seconds. In most games, if you'll look back, the Scotties generally dominate time of possession. Let's look at our individual stats now here real quickly for Barren County. Their leading rusher was Tate Spillman with 38 yards on 12 rushes, scored 1 touchdown, had a long of 12. Dylan Thomas picked up 36 yards on 5 rushes. He also had a touchdown with a long of 20. Corbin Wells, 4 rushes for 31 yards. Briggs Harris had 2 rushes for 23 yards with a long of 16. Cody Kearney had 4 rushes for 19 yards, and Jordan Harris had 1 carry for 14 yards. Tate Spillman was 0 for 3 passing in that first half. Braden Houchins punted 1 time, and that went for 37 yards. For the Scotties, leading rusher was Jarek Martin with 29 yards on 3 carries. He had a long of 30. Cameron Bull had 4 rushes for 17 yards. Kanan Allen 1 rush for no yards. And Hudson Gum had 2 rushes for a -1. Hudson was 0 of 4 passing with 1 interception. Kanan Allen punted twice for 67 yards. That's a 33-yard average with a long of 36. Here at halftime of the Barren County Glasgow rivalry game, it's Barren County on top 15-0. This has been your Don Franklin Auto Halftime Show, and I've just given you your McDonald's stats. We'll return after this 3-minute timeout on WCLU Sports.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Roll into a good morning with our warm toasted bagels. It's breakfast worth waking up for.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Here, history will be written, legends will be made. The NFL is back on the world stage. Kicking off in London, then Munich. It's smash mouth, in your face, lay it on the line, proud roaring football. Don't miss it, because this waits for no one. The NFL London and Munich games, only on NFL Network.
The NFL Network is now on SCRTC Channel 124 and 424 for expanded TV customers, because there's no such thing as too much football.
I'm Dan Fouch, branch manager at Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow. Our office recognizes that football and retirement share more similarities than you might think. The head coach, that's you. You are the ultimate decision maker when it comes to your finances. A successful retirement happens with support of a financial advisor, and that's where the quarterback comes in. A quarterback and financial advisor both pay close attention to the details and make the correct adjustments so that goals can be met. Call our office and speak with a financial advisor who can help you execute the plays to win in retirement.
Since 1980, Applebee's has been bringing great food and big smiles to Kentucky neighborhoods just like yours in Glasgow. Their extensive menu of delicious comfort foods has something for everyone to love. And Applebee's loves to support the community and cheer on the Glasgow Scotties. Remember to stop by Applebee's on any Scotties game night in your Scotties attire and get 10% off your meal and non-alcoholic beverages. Eating good in the neighborhood at Applebee's, just off Happy Valley Road across from Walmart.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure that we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Roll into a good morning with our warm toasted bagels. It's breakfast worth waking up for.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Back here at Barren County High School on the Don Franklin Auto Halftime Show. It is Barren County leading the Scotties by a score of 15-0. And let's take a look at our upcoming weekend sports here at Glasgow High School for all the other fall sports. The boys soccer team on Tuesday will play a match at Hart County. Then they've got a game at home on Thursday against the Russell County Lakers. Lady Scottie soccer team on Tuesday travels for a district game at Allen County Scottsville. And then on Thursday they'll travel to Grayson County for a game. Lady Scottie volleyball team tomorrow will be participating here at Barren County High School in the Battle of the Barrens. Busy week for the volleyball team. On Monday, they have a home match against Caverna. Tuesday, they travel to Allen County Scottsville. And on Thursday, they're back at home for another district match against the Barren County Trojanettes. The girls golf team on Tuesday will be participating in the region tournament at Rolling Hills Golf Club. And the boys golf team on Monday will be participating in their region tournament at Indian Hills Country Club in Bowling Green. The cross-country team on Saturday will be participating at the Gatorland meet. That's tomorrow in Bowling Green. JV football team will have a home game at Hank Roy Stadium on Monday. They'll take on the South Warren Spartans. That's a 6 o'clock start for JV football on Monday. And the varsity football team back in action 1 week from tonight at home in the first district game of the season for Glasgow as they'll take on the Adair County Indians. That'll be not only homecoming night at Glasgow, it'll also be Little League night. So a big crowd will be on hand, I'm sure, next Friday night as the Scotties take on Adair County. Pre-game coverage for us will begin at 6:30. And as usual, kickoff slated for 7 o'clock there at Hank Royce Stadium. And speaking of the boys golf team participating in the region tournament at Indian Hills on Monday, we just happen to have the boys golf coach with us, and that's Chase Landrum here, who's handling our color commentary tonight. Chase, tell me a little bit about how y'all's season's gone so far and what you're looking for in the region tournament down there on Monday.
Well, I've got 12 players this year, which is a lot more than we've had in recent years, but I've got a lot more younger kids now, which is really good. We had a big senior-led group last year, which was really good. We had a really good year last year. This year, I knew we were going to take some lumps in the road, which as a program sometimes it happens. And you look to build on that for the future. So that's what we're doing right now is we're building the foundation for years to come. And I've got a lot of really good young players that are going to be up-and-coming stars in this golf program in the next 3 or 4 years. So this year, it's been a little bit of a rebuild, but I've got 12 hard workers out there that every time I'm out there, which has been very rare, but every time I'm out there, there's been a lot of kids out there practicing, trying to get better, which is, from a coaching standpoint, that's what you want to see.
Is there a clear favorite in the region going into that tournament on Monday, or is it a 2 or 3 team race, or what do you think?
So they take 2 teams out of the region, which I think between these 3 teams I'm going to name are the 3 I think that are the favorites. Is normally Bowling Green's usually a favorite, Greenwood's usually a favorite. I would give the nod a little bit to Allen County Scottsville because I feel like they've got 2 players that could possibly, it'll dictate if they probably make semi-stay as a team or not make it in their top 2.
Now, that's a school that I would not have expected you to say, Chase. Does Allen County typically have a pretty good golf program? I'm not aware of it if they do.
In recent years, they have had a pretty good golf program. They've got Eli Stamper, who's been pretty good for them as well. And then Bartland Rutledge, who's a junior, who's pretty good for them as well. So, and I've got a little known 8th grader here too, Griffin Jackson, who's going to be pretty good as well. He already is good, but he's pretty good.
Yeah, I hear Griffin's name quite a bit. He's going to be awfully, like you said, already pretty good. He could whip my butt on the golf course right now, and I'd hate to see what he'll be in 2 or 3 years.
Well, I said once he started beating me, I've told a lot of people this, that I would probably hang it up a little bit. Well, he beat me Wednesday.
Did he really?
He beat me Wednesday.
I know what kind of golfer
word
you
on the
are.
street was he beat me, and there's little true facts behind that. So
I know what kind of golfer you are. So if he beat you, that was a heck of a performance.
I took it like a champ. I didn't I wasn't no sore loser. I took it like a champ, which was what you got to do.
Larry,
and you love to see it.
Larry last week, and forgive us, folks, we've got a little time to fill here, but Larry last week was telling me that he had played golf with you and at the country club, and you had 9 birdies. I think he said you shot a 62 or 63, something like that. Is that right?
Don't say that out loud too much.
What do you mean?
Well, you got to keep the handicap right
now. Okay. I'm sorry. Did I blow that for you?
Well,
I'm sorry. Maybe nobody's listening.
Hope not.
Sorry about that. Wasn't even thinking about that. But anyway, so it's a region golf tournament. So that the girls and boys golf teams are basically getting ready to wrap up their seasons here. Even if somebody does make it to the region tournament, the state tournament I think is the next week. So just a couple weeks left in the golf season. Is that right, Chase?
So we got semi-state possibly next week, hoping I have a bunch of players there as well, and then got the state tournament on fall break at Bowling Green Country Club as well, which I'm pretty familiar of as a coach now, and playing it a long time ago now, it seems like, as a Scottie. So,
well, we are about ready to get this second half underway here. Barren County is going to get the football to begin this half play. Again, the Trojans lead this thing 15-0 as we get this third quarter going. If you heard those halftime numbers, Glasgow with just a little over 40 yards of total offense, only 1 first down in that first half. So obviously got to find a way to get something going on the offensive end.
The penalties for the Scotties on the first half was the hurtful one on that one drive, but if you're the Scotties, you've got to get a stop on defense here immediately.
Yeah, Glasgow gave up 30 yards in penalties on the second scoring drive for Barren County. And Bruce just points out that Glasgow has the exact same number of penalty yards as they do total yards, so that is never a good stat. So Jared Malagon on to kick it away here, and it's going to go over the head of the Barren County deep men into the end zone. That'll be the first touchback of the season for Jared Malagon. So the Trojans will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. If we were in the NFL, they would start at the 30. But here in high school and college, you still start at the 20 or in high school, you start at the 20 on touchbacks. So Tate Spillman will relay the play to his teammates in the huddle here. Trojans will come out with Spillman under center. Kearney and Harris in the backfield. Thomas, the wing back left side. He'll come in motion. Spillman fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He's across the 25 and up to the 30-yard line, 31-yard line. That'll be 11 yards and a Barren County first down.
As it looks like for the Scottie player down the field, I think it may be Max Lee.
I can see the 4 on the jersey, but I can't see the first number. Could be Max. Max down, I think it is Max Lee. He's down on his belly, down around the 27-yard line. Hopefully he's okay. Of course, he came in as Glasgow's leading tackler on the season. He and Darren Geary, or Brady Geary, I did that last week, 2 weeks ago, I think. Not Darren, it's Brady. Darren's his father. But Brady and Max, the 2 leading tacklers on the team, and would certainly hate to lose Max, but he is not getting up anytime soon here. So we'll hope that he is okay. 11:50 to go here in the third quarter. That was the first play from scrimmage here in the second half for the Trojans. Take a look at some other scores for you here. As we pull these up here, Louisville Manual leading South Warren 14-7 at halftime. It's Adair County over Monroe County 20-6 at halftime. Russellville and Franklin Simpson in a good one. Franklin leads 21-20 late in the second quarter there. It is Max Lee who's the injured player, and he is up and walking off the field, so hopefully that's a good sign.
Walking on his own at least.
Maybe he can come back and play the rest of this ball game, but we shall see.
But that was an 11-yard gain on that first down as well to open the half for the Trojans, who have ran the ball really good in this ball game.
Spillman now has 13 carries for 49 yards. That leads the team.
And he plays both ways.
He does. Starts at safety. Jordan Harris and Dalen Thomas, a wingback on each side here, as Kearney's the lone setback. Bewley wide to the left. There goes Thomas in motion. Spillman will give to Kearney. Goes off left guard. Powers his way up near the 35-yard line for a 4-yard pickup.
Met by a host of Scotties on that play. We'll give that tackle to Brady Gary, his third on the evening.
Hart County continues to be all over Butler County, 43-7. Of course, that's a district matchup in Glasgow's district. That game still in the first half, according to the graphic I'm seeing there. Second down, 6 here for the Trojans. On to the Glasgow 35. Kearney and Harris in the backfield. Here comes Thomas in motion. They'll give it off to him. Trying to get to the right sideline here, and he is going to carry a couple of tacklers across the 40 to the 43-yard line. They'll spot him at the 42.
We'll give Garrett the tackle on that play. That's going to be his third on the evening.
Pickup of 7 yards there, but Thomas really should have been stopped for a gain of maybe 3 or 4. Scotties again just having trouble tackling, and Max Lee is already back in the game for Glasgow, so glad to see that. Thomas a wingback left side this time. Kearney and Harris in the backfield. Give to Kearney. Goes straight up the middle with it. Ball pops out, and Glasgow says they have it, and they do.
Wow.
Stephen Garrett coming up with that fumble for the Scotties. That's the first fumble the Scotties have recovered. Well, actually, it's the second because they recovered one in the first half as well on a snap that hit the man in motion. So the Scotties have recovered 2 fumbles in this ball game. The first 2 of those all season. First down and 10 for Glasgow as they take over after the turnover at the Barren County 43-yard line. The offense has to capitalize here on the short field. Martin, the wide out to the right side. Hudson Gum under center. Backs are in the I formation. Gum to throw off play action. Hudson looking to the right side at Martin. The pass thrown up, and Did he catch it? He did. Jarek Martin brought that in somehow down around the 12-yard line over the top of 2 Barren County defenders.
And there's the play you're looking for if you're the Scotties, as Gum throws a dart there to Jarek Martin in double coverage, who just leaped up and got it. Scotty's now in business at the 12.
We talked about in the pregame what a good athlete Jarek Martin is, and he showed you right there as he just went up and snatched that football away from 2 Barren County defenders that were with him. Pickup of 31 yards on the play. First and 10 for the Scotties at the 12-yard line.
Maybe that's a momentum swing the Scotties needed in this ball game.
Deepest penetration of the night for Glasgow. Here comes Campbell in motion, and the Scotties jump off sides. So 5-yard penalty on Glasgow. So you hope that doesn't hurt, as that backs you up to make it 1st and 15 now. Put the football back at the 17-yard line.
The games I've been to, Joe, the Scotties have gotten down here in the red zone and then have had a couple costly penalties, I feel like, that kept them from scoring on some drives.
They have had a couple of games here, the last 2 games specifically, where they've really had trouble finishing drives once they get down inside the 25-yard line.
You're looking to get this ball in Jarek Martin's hands probably again as well.
Martin's a wide out on the right side. Bull over there with him.
He's in the Wildcat.
In motion. Oh, it is Martin.
It's Martin in the
Wildcat. Yeah, he's got the 15. He's got the 10. He's got the 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties. But a flag is down back at the 17-yard line.
Oh, that was a perfect play there, getting Jarek in the Wildcat, and they're going to get somebody probably for a hold here for the Scotties and wipe it out.
Holding on Glasgow. So now Scotties get down to the 12-yard line, and they have now amassed 15 yards in penalties. It'll be first down and 25. The ball backed up to the 27-yard line.
I mean, do you just go back to it again because he went untouched right there into the end zone?
You heard Jeff Garman in the pregame talk about the fact that the Scotties keep shooting themselves in the foot, and they're doing it again. Here comes Bull in motion, going to give it off to Martin, and actually as a shotgun or direct snap to Martin out of the Wildcat, and he's going to be run out of bounds as he crosses the 25 to the 24-yard line. How many carries does Jarek have tonight, Bruce? 4 for 32 for Jarek.
He's going to split out wide this time.
He'll come wide to the near side as Gum's under center. Stone, the wing back on the right side. Allen and Bull in the I formation. Here comes Stone in motion. Gum wants to throw. And
they're going to get a... There's going to be a penalty.
Stone goes down, and there is no penalty. Boy, it looked like a whole bunch of contact right there, and the officials do not throw the flag. Glasgow fans not happy about it.
I mean, Stone just got ran over down there, I thought, by a Trojan player.
3rd down and 22.
This is for sure 4-down territory if you're the Scotties.
See if Glasgow can overcome these 25 yards or 15 yards in penalties here. Had the 5-yard legal procedure and then the 10-yard holding penalty. Trips to the far side of the field, a single wide out to the left. Gum wants to throw. Hudson looking into the end zone at Martin. The pass caught it! Touchdown, Scotties! How did that ball get through? Boy, I thought a Barren County defender was going to get a tip of that football, but Jarek Martin made the catch for 6, and a good throw that time by Hudson Gum, and Glasgow on the board, trailing now 15-6 with 8:47 to go in the 3rd quarter. Scotties will kick the extra point to try to make it an 8-point ball game.
I mean, what a catch there by Jarek Martin, as now the Scotties are back in this ball game.
So a great job that time by the offense to overcome those penalties. Malagon on for the PAT. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And let's take a look at the SCRTC-powered replay of that touchdown pass from Hudson Gum to Jarek Martin. You see Jarek making the catch over the defender there for the Trojans, and the Scotties back to within an 8-point deficit now, trailing 15-7. 8:47 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're back after a 30-second timeout here on WCOU Sports.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
As we come back to action, Jared Malagon going to have his 2nd consecutive touchback as he kicks the football over the head of the deep man for Barren County, goes into the end zone. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 20. Scotties were able to take advantage of that Barren County turnover. It's a 4-play, 43-yard drive that took a minute and 48 seconds. Jarek Martin catches a 24-yard touchdown pass from Hudson Gum. The kick good for Malagon. 15-7, Barren County in front.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now a ball game. All of a sudden.
We'll see if the Trojans can respond here as Bewley goes wide to the left side. Wells and Thomas in the backfield. Briggs Harris is the wing back. Give this off to Thomas. Big hole off the right side, but it closes up quickly. That's Cam Bull making the tackle right there, Chase.
That's his first of the evening, and he's kind of had a quiet night, I feel like, for the Scotties. The intensity, I feel like, for the Scotties opening up this 3rd quarter is a little bit more definite.
Pick up of 3 there. It'll be 2nd down and 7. $8:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. Barren County on top, 15-7. Wide out to the left side. Again, Thomas and Wells in the backfield. Harris goes in motion. That's Briggs Harris. Going to give this off on a reverse to the tight end Jackson Bird, stiff arm, breaks a couple tackles, and now is going to get down to around the 28-yard line, maybe the 27. See where they put him down. It'll be at the 27-yard line, so third down coming up for the Trojans. It'll be 3rd and 3 after a pickup of 4 yards there.
Kellen Stone on the tackle. That is his 4th of the evening. 3rd and short for the Trojans here.
3rd down 3, 7:27 left in the third quarter.
I feel like this is an important play as well if you're the Scotties defense.
Wells and Jordan Harris in the backfield. Here comes Dalen Thomas in motion. Give it off to one of the backs, and the Scotties stop him for a very short gain, maybe a yard at most. That's Corbin Wells on the carry.
It's going to be Maxey on the tackle as well. It's 3rd of the evening, and here come the Trojans punting here.
So Scotties able to force a 3-and-out on defense. Glasgow has a little bit of momentum going right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
You can tell that the Scottie faithful now has risen here.
Braden Houchins in to punt it away for Barren County on 4th down and 3. Jalen Bradley back deep. It's a good snap. There's a flag.
Oh.
It's a shank as it goes off the side of Houchins' foot and out of bounds. And they're going to mark it out at the 34-yard line. So if this is against Barren County, I'm sure Glasgow will decline the penalty.
100% will decline this penalty if it's on Barren County.
Illegal shift called on the Trojans. Scotties will decline it, so this will be terrific field position for Glasgow to start this drive at the Barren County 34-yard line, or are they going to put it at the 35? Let's see. They'll say the 35-yard line. 6:34 to go in the third quarter. Scotties trailing 15-7, but in business here. Martin in Wildcat formation. Hudson Gum splits out wide to the right side. Bull in motion. And Martin wants to throw now. Jarek steps up looking for Gum in the end zone, or actually at the 5-yard line. It's incomplete. Good job by Hudson just to break that pass up. He was surrounded by Trojan defenders, and I think Hudson got a hand on it just to make sure they did not catch it.
That is Martin's, I believe, first pass attempt of the year.
It is.
I like the creativity, though.
Of course, the first time we've seen Jarek play any quarterback this year. We knew Jarek was going to get more touches, and he certainly has in this ball game. Martin will split out wide to the right this time as Gum goes under center on 2nd down and 10. Backs are in the I formation. Gum gives to Bull, and he is hit immediately. Somebody missed a block right there for the Scotties as Bull's going to be taken down for a 2-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Boy, Cam has had a tough night running the football. He's carried it 6 times for 15 yards.
It's going to be Houchins on the tackle for the Trojans. His 2nd of the evening as the Scotties are now in 3rd and long.
Don't have to get it all right here. You're probably in 4-down territory, so if you can get half of it here at least to make 4th down a little bit more attainable.
Got 10 on the play clock, and Scotties are just now getting to the line.
Going to have to hurry here. You'd hate to burn a timeout this early. Down to 3. Gum does get it snapped. Hudson rolling out to the right side, and a flag is down at the snap. They stop play. This must be a false start on Glasgow, maybe. Let's see.
Legal substitution?
It is a false start called on the Scotties. That'll make it 3rd and 17. Some penalties starting to pile up again for Glasgow. It is now the 7th of the night for 65 yards. Glasgow had to overcome 2 penalties on their last scoring drive. They were able to do that. See if they can do it here. 3rd down and 17 now with the ball backed up to the 43-yard line. And that might have taken you out of 4-down territory if you don't get a good chunk of yardage right here. I would say it probably did.
Probably did, but if you don't get this, maybe you can pin Barren County deep in our own territory.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Gums in shotgun. Bull in the backfield with him. Hudson rolling out to the right. Lets it go. He's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete.
Oh.
I think it was intended for Kanan Allen but Kellen Stone was in the passing lane, and Kellen thought it was intended for him, and he reached up and knocked the pass down. So it'll be 4th down and 17, and the Scotties will have to punt this thing away. So Glasgow, boy, tough break there, not able to take advantage of starting at Barren County's 35-yard line. The Scotties went backwards. They lose 7 yards on that possession. Kanan Allen to punt it away. Bray Bewley back deep for Barren County. Good snap from Hudson Gum. Allen gets it away. High punt. It'll be caught on a fair catch at the 14-yard line by Bray Bewley. A punt of 28 yards with no return. We have a timeout here for an injury. Looks like a Glasgow player is down with a cramp.
It's Allen.
Is that Kanan Allen? Good sportsmanship here by the Barren County players as they're trying to stretch him out. Now they are replaced on that job by assistant coach Stephen Buford for the Scotties. Trainer John Vaughn out there as well. 5:07 to go in the third quarter. Barren County 15, Glasgow 7. We expected a tight ball game here, and it's been that way. Barren County led 15-0 at halftime. But the Trojans turned the football over on their opening possession of the third quarter in their own territory. Glasgow was able to take advantage of it by putting 7 points up on the board. Then Barren County went 3 and out on its next possession, had a shanked punt. Glasgow got the football at the Barren County 35, but were not able to do anything with it thanks to penalties. And now Barren County about to take over at their own 14-yard line, 1st down and 10. Kanan Allen being helped off the field. No, we don't think it's anything more than a cramp, so hopefully they can get that stretched out and get Kanan back on the field here. But he is certainly walking off gingerly.
Barren County will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own.
Scotty's defense has been really good in this second half so far. Need another stop.
Spillman under center. Thomas, the wingback on the right side. Jordan Harris, Cody Kearney in the backfield. Give it off to Harris. He gets hit in the backfield and dropped. Great penetration by the Scotties. That is 22, Stephen Garrett, Chase.
That's his 4th tackle of the night, as now the Scotties have tried to limit the Trojans' rushing yards in this third quarter.
It's a loss of 2 yards, back to the 12. It'll be 2nd down and 12 now for the Trojans.
You would expect them to probably pass here eventually. I got a feeling to catch the Scotties off guard possibly, but I think the Scotties will be ready.
Bewley will split out wide to the left side. Kearney and Harris again split in the backfield. Thomas goes in motion to the left. Spillman with a quick throw out to Bewley on a wide receiver screen. Caught at the 10. He's got the 15
got
up to the 20.
Flags.
2 flags are down. This may be going against the Trojans. We'll see. Right now, Bewley is down at the 20-yard line.
It's probably coming back.
And this is a block in the back called on the Trojans.
And that'll
be half the distance to the goal. That'll back them up to the 7-yard line.
How many penalties is that on the night, Bruce, for both teams?
Barren County now penalized 4 times for 30 yards. Scotties have 7 for 65. Whew.
And they've all been big penalties for both teams as well. It's not been like it's been a false start for 5 yards.
2nd down 17 here for the Trojans. They're backed up at their own 7. Harris goes in motion from his wide receiver spot this time. Spillman in shotgun. He wants to throw. Under pressure, setting up a screen. It is incomplete. Ball got tipped by one of the rushing linemen there for the Scotties.
The Scotties brought the house right there, too, as well.
Barren County was trying to set the screen up, but because of the heavy pressure, Spillman was not able to get a good throw out. Third down 17 now. clock stopped with 3:48 to go in the third quarter. Barren County in front, 15-7.
Well, Spillman had to get rid of that ball because he had about 4 white jerseys looking at him, or it's going to be a safety.
Trojans break the huddle with 9 on the clock. Going to have to hurry to get this one off as they come to the line of scrimmage with 5. Spillman under center. The backs are split. Spillman going to give off. Now here's a reverse. Dalen Thomas trying to get around the right side. Scotties have it played pretty well, and they'll bring him down around the 16-yard line. A flag comes in at the end of the play, way after the play, from the official, way back behind the play.
Oh, my. I mean, that come in at least 4 or 5 seconds after the play.
Face mask called against Glasgow.
They're going to get that on Jarrett
It's
Martin.
just a 5-yard variety, though, so it will not be a personal foul, not be a first down. But they will repeat third down here. No, third down and 4 with the ball at the 20. It would have been 3rd and 9, but the face mask makes it 3rd and 4. Harris and Kearney split in the backfield with Thomas the wingback. He'll go in motion to the left side. Bewley's the wideout that way. Spillman wants to throw under pressure and gets away. Ball comes out, and Glasgow got on it back at the 5-yard line. Getting on that fumble for the Scotties, Xander Contreras.
Big play there by the Scotties defense.
Boy, the defense has stepped up big time here in the second half for Glasgow. They have created 2 turnovers. And Glasgow gets it at the 6-yard line, first down and goal, trailing 15-7 with 3:07 to go in the third quarter.
As I would assume, Martin's going to end. He's going to be in the Wildcat.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left, a wing back each way. Here's the snap. Martin around the right end, gets to the 5.
Okay.
And that'll be about all. He got 2, got 1 actually. It'll be second down and goal.
Number 14, Martin on the carry, tackle made to number 5, Tate Spillman. It'll be second and goal, Scotties.
Got 3 plays to get this in from right here as well, and about 5 yards, so you've got time.
Martin going to split out wide to the left this time with Gum under center. Backs are in a broken eye formation. Somebody went the wrong way. Hudson Gum just now turns it upfield, and he's going to get it down to the 2-yard line. I don't know which back went the wrong way, but somebody did. Either that or Hudson turned the wrong way to pitch it, but Hudson did a good job at least picking up positive yardage. He gets it down to the 2, so it'll be 3rd and goal from there.
Dakota Wade on the tackle for the Trojans. His first of the evening as the Scotties have the ball on the 2. 3rd and goal.
15-7 Trojans, 1:55 to go in the third quarter.
I'm going to say
Martin's in Wildcat formation here.
No.
And we had a short snap to one of the up men, and he did not get in. Barren County played that very well. Scotties went with a little trickery that time. Snapped it to Hudson Gum, who was lined up as one of the up men back there. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 2.
That was Colton Thomas' second tackle of the evening. This is the play of the ball game for the Scotties.
Gum under center. Baxter in a broken eye formation. Hudson going to pitch it to Campbell, trying to get to the corner. He will not get in there.
Man.
Great stand by the Barren County defense. Boy, the defense, the Glasgow defense has given the offense 2 golden opportunities, and they have not been able to take advantage. Scotties took over at the 6-yard line right there and could not get it in 4 plays. So first and 10 for Barren County at the 3 with 57 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Thinking safety territory here.
Spillman under center. Kearney, the lone setback, a wing back either way. Here's the Spillman going to keep it around the left side. He's got the 10, 15, 20, 30, 35. Cuts back to the right side at the 40. And finally going to be taken down at the 42-yard line. The flag does come down towards the end of the play. And another Glasgow player is slow to get up. That's Xander Contreras, but he does get up and going to try to stay in the ball game. We'll see what the flag is here. But Spillman gets Barren County out of the hole here. They were in the shadow of their own end zone, but no longer. Even if the penalty goes against Barren County.
Not really
Bruce, what did he just
indicate? An eligible player downfield? But they're going back 15, whatever it is. Well, Coach Myers is down there talking to somebody down there. And
ball going to be moved back to the 26-yard line after the penalty.
Actually, it may have been their second because they're moving everybody back down here on the Trojan sideline.
I think it was just their first one, Chase. Yeah, I don't know what they marked off there, but either way, it's a Barren County penalty, but it is still a first down, 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. Harris and Kearney in the backfield. They give to Kearney. Goes up the middle with it across the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
It's going to be Gary on the tackle, his 4th of the evening. This is probably going to end the third quarter.
15-7, Barren County on top of Glasgow as we go to the final 12 minutes of play. We're back after a 1-minute timeout here on WCLU Sports.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery. Whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries, our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
15-7 lead for Barren County as we get this fourth quarter underway. The Trojans have the football at their own 32-yard line. 2nd down and 4 coming up. Joe Myers alongside Chase Landrum and Bruce Trevue with you. Invite you to stay tuned at the end of this ball game for the Don Franklin Auto postgame show. Stats through 3 quarters of play. Barren County 17 first downs. Glasgow still just has 3 first downs in the game. 228 yards rushing for Barren County. They don't have a single passing yard yet. Glasgow 50 yards rushing, 55 passing, a total of 105. Spillman sets up under center here. Thomas coming in motion. Going to give to him around the left side. He's going to get cut down before he can get to the 40-yard line, but that will be enough for a Barren County first down. Scotties have had a little trouble defending that play all night long.
That tackle's going for Kellen Stone, his 5th on the evening.
Ball at the 39-yard line there after the first down picked up by Dalen Thomas. Spillman under center. Backs are split. Here's a give to Jordan Harris. He's going to get to the 40 as he went around the left side and taken down at the 41-yard line. A pickup of 2.
Stephen Garrett's 5th tackle on the night.
Couple on that play, it'll be 2nd and 8. Trojans.
Second down, 8, Barren County. Rest of those stats through 3 quarters. Barren County's turned it over 3 times. Glasgow once. Scotties penalized 7 times for 65 yards. Barren 5 for 45. Glasgow 29 offensive plays, have only had the ball 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Barren County 45 plays, have had the ball 22 minutes and 20 seconds. Second down, 8 for the Trojans here. Spillman's under center. Kearney the lone setback. They'll give to him up the middle. And fairly short yardage. Got 2 more, it looks like, to the 43. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Contreras on the tackle for the Scotties. His 4th on the evening is now. The Trojans are in 3rd and medium here as the Scotties looking for a stop as the clock is ticking.
10:05 to go here. 3rd down 6 for Barren County. Kearney the setback. Harris and Thomas the wing backs. Wide out each way. Spillman going to keep it around the left side, and he is going to be stopped very close to the 1st down marker. Let's see.
Number 5, Spillman on the carry. Tackle made by number 18, Kellen Stone. They should have left the ball where it was so they could.
Stone's going to get the tackle. His 6th of the evening, and they are going to.
It will be a Barren County 1st down. The ball at the 49-yard line. He got just enough. Needed 6, and that's what he got. First and 10 Trojans at their own 49, 9:32 to go. They lead 15-7. Bewley goes wide to the right side. Thomas in motion to the right. Backs are split. Give it off on a reverse to Jackson Bird, the tight end. Around the right side he goes. He's got the 45 in Glasgow territory, driven out of bounds at the 44, I think. See where they put him out. They are going to say the 44-yard line, so a gain of 7.
Bull on the tackle. It's his 2nd of the evening. As the Trojans just keep running this clock.
2nd down and 3. Trojans have now amassed 252 yards on the ground here tonight. They do not have any passing yardage at all.
Phew.
Harris and Kearney again split in the backfield. Here comes Thomas in motion. Spillman on 2nd and 3 will give to one of the backs, and that is Kearney, who goes down after a gain of a couple.
Gary on the tackle. It's his 5th on the evening.
3rd down and 1 here for the Trojans at the Glasgow 42.
And even if the Trojans don't get this conversion, I would expect them to go for it on 4th down no matter what.
You'd certainly think so on 3rd and a yard here. Spillman under center. It'll be a quarterback sneak. He's got huge yardage again on a quarterback sneak across the 45, or the 35, excuse me, to the 37-yard line.
Kellen Stone's 7th tackle of the evening.
And back it up to the 38 instead of the 37. Or the 33 instead of the 32, I meant to say. Tate Spillman's now carried it 17 times for 87 yards. 1st and 10 here for the Trojans. Spillman's under center. Gives it off to Thomas on a reverse. He gets hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
Max Lee was the first one there to get him as well. It's going to be Max's 5th tackle of the night as well, as this is a big play right here for the Scotties on 2nd and long, as the clock is now down to almost 7 minutes left in the quarter.
2nd down and 13 here. Trojans, after that loss of 3 yards, back at their own, at the Glasgow 36-yard line. A wide receiver each way and a wing back on either side here. Spillman to throw. Looking to the right side. Bird is wide open to the 30. He's got it. The 25, the 20, the 15, and out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Boy, wide open that time. Nobody within 5 yards of Bird when he caught that football. And the Trojans now inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Where they have coughed up the ball down here a couple times in the red zone in this half as well.
6:56 to go in the ball game. 15-7 lead for Barren County.
This drive started all the way back at the 3-yard line as well.
A wing back each side. Here comes Thomas in motion. They'll give it off to him. Trying to get around the left end. He does. He's got the 10. He's got the 5. Lowers his shoulder. Did he get in? No. He's out of bounds at the 1.
Number 7, Thomas on the carry. And that play will result in another Barren County first down.
First and goal for the Trojans. Barren County with a touchdown here going to make things difficult on Glasgow. It would be a 2-possession lead. Spillman under center. Watch the quarterback sneak here. They've been very successful with it, and it will be a sneak for a Barren County touchdown. A 1-yard score for Tate Spillman. It's now 21-7. Barren County with 6:43 to play. And Barren County player down with cramps. Two of them down with cramps, actually. So we'll have a bit of a delay here while they work out those cramps. And that was Spillman who was down that time. He's up and walking off. He'll be okay, it looks like. And with a 14-point lead here, Barren County, it looks like, may go for 2.
We're going to bring in
to try to make it a 16-point advantage here. We'll see who the quarterback's going to be on this play. It will not be Spillman. He has to come out for at least one play. Briggs Harris will be the quarterback. From the 3-yard line here for the 2-point try for the Trojans. Thomas, the wing back on the right side. Don't be surprised if he gets the carry around the left end. The backs are split. Thomas goes in motion. They're not going to give it to him this time. Harris going to fake the handoff, keeps it around the left end, and he will get in for the 2-point conversion. So now the Scotties will need 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions to tie the ball game. 6:43 to go. It's 23-7, Barren County.
I thought we had a flag here possibly, but no. It's
another injury on the play. A Glasgow player down, I think, with an injury over here at the goal line. It's another cramp, I believe. That scoring drive for Barren County, very impressive. 13 plays, 97 yards, took 5 minutes and 17 seconds. And Tate Spillman goes in on a 1-yard quarterback sneak for the touchdown, and then Briggs Harris, the backup quarterback, runs it in for the 2-point conversion. And the Trojans trying to get their first win against Glasgow since 2014 when they beat the Scotties 14-11. We were looking before the ball game. Barren County has won 7 times. Glasgow has won 28 times in this series. Barren County's largest margin of victory to this point has been 14 points. So Barren County right now up by 16. Warren East destroys Callaway County 68-0. That's the final score. Braden Houchins will kick it away. He will not kick it deep. He has not kicked it deep all night. Basically a squib kick every time. Fielded to the 36-yard line and then Kanan Allen had his feet slip out from underneath him, and he went down without contact at the 39, so a return of just 3 yards. Scotties have their work cut out for them now, down 23-7 with 6:40 to play. Going to have to get things done quickly.
Just going to have to throw a lot of passes now. They're going to throw a lot of passes, get a touchdown, and they're going to score 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions.
3 receivers to the near side, a single wide out to the left. Gums in shotgun. Campbell, the running back. Gum to throw. Looking to the right side. Pass caught by Martin at the 50-yard line. He'll turn and get to the 48 in Barren County territory.
I mean, Barren County's honestly probably in prevent defense right now as well. Wells on the tackle for the Trojans. That's going to be his 4th on the evening.
$13-yard pickup there to the Barren County 48-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Gum handles the low shotgun snap. Hudson flushed out of the pocket, rolling right.
Get rid of
Has to get rid of it. He does. Campbell makes it. Would have had the catch, and how is that not a horse collar tackle? They just pulled
Bull down
by the back of his jersey, and now Cam is down and injured. Boy, that looked like a horse collar tackle to me. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. But it sure looked like it, and now Bull down with an injury. And that is the last thing Glasgow needs. Of course, Cam, their leading rusher on the season, although he's had a tough night tonight. But he went down awkwardly on that tackle. .5:56 to go in the ball game, 23-7. Let's go ahead and take a timeout here during the injury timeout. 5:56 to go in the ball game, 23-7. Barren County leads Glasgow. We're back after a 30-second timeout here on WCODU Sports.
If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa Cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
They are trying to get Cam up now as we come back from the break, and he will put very little weight on his left leg. They're helping him off the field there. He will obviously not be back in this ball game. It doesn't look like. You just hope that he can be healthy going forward. Hope that it's not a serious injury. They were looking at his left knee. Second down 10 here for Glasgow at the Barren County 48-yard line. Scotties trail 23-7, 5:56 to play. Hudson Gum under center. Heller in there at tailback. Gum off play action, wants to throw and got hammered. He never saw the defender, and that's going to be flag and unsportsmanlike conduct on Nolan Harlow for Barren County, who decided to celebrate after the sack.
Well, that's going to be 15 yards at the end of the play.
Coach John Myers will not be happy about that, I can guarantee you. Officials are talking about this here. It is a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Trojans.
I mean, Scotty still have a little life right here, though. That's a big penalty on the Trojans.
Not a first down, but it makes it 2nd down and 1. It moves the football to the 39-yard line. 3rd down and 1, excuse me. Three wideouts to the left side, a single to the right. Gum in shotgun formation. Ryder Heller will motion out of the backfield. Gum under heavy pressure, setting up a screen. It was intended for Jarek Martin, but Hudson, with all the pressure, couldn't get anything on the football much and made an errant throw.
4th and 1. This is the ball game right here.
4th and 1 here at the 39-yard line. It's 5:31 to play. Greenwood defeats Warren Central 49-18. That is a final score. Adair County leading Monroe County 28-22. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's 4th and 1 for the Scotties. Hudson Gum in shotgun. Hudson rolling out to the left. A flag is down. Hudson's going to have the first down, but I'd say this one's coming back. Probably going to be a flag.
Multiple
a holding
flags.
foul on the Scotties. There's a flag down at the end of the play as well. So probably the best Glasgow can hope for is offsetting penalties here. Officials trying to sort this out. Holding on, a block in the back on Glasgow. That one's declined, so they're both against the Scotties. You got a hold on Glasgow as well. So once again, a penalty kills the Scotties. It's going to make it 4th down and 11 now. Wipes out what would have been a Baird Private Wealth Management first down. Scotties have 8 penalties for 80 yards. Glasgow to this point has 112 yards of total offense.
80 penalty yards as well.
4th down and 11 for Glasgow. This is pretty much the game. They trail 23-7 with 5:03 to play. Got to figure out a way to get it. And Scotties are going to burn a timeout to make sure they have the play they want here. This timeout brought to you by Applebee's. And make sure you swing by Applebee's tonight and get 10% off your meal and non-alcoholic beverages just by showing up in your Scotties attire and eating good in the neighborhood. Again, next week, Glasgow begins district play with a contest against the Adair County Indians there at home. Trying to take a look at some other scores that have come across here. It is Louisville Manual leading South Warren 28-7.
Wow.
After 3 quarters of play. It's Adair County over Monroe County 28-14 through 3 quarters. Franklin Simpson now leads Russellville 35-20 after 3 quarters of play.
Allen County was up 41-7 on Logan County.
4th down and 11 for the Scotties. Got to have this first down to keep any hope alive of winning this ball game, most likely. Gum under center, the backs from the I formation. Pitch it back to Martin. He'll give to Bradley on a reverse. Jalen not going to get anywhere close. He'll go down at the 46-yard line, a gain of 4 yards, or 3 yards actually, and the Scotties will turn it over on downs. Boy, it has just been a tough night for this Glasgow offense. They have just not been able to get anything going. They've had a couple of opportunities when the defense forced turnovers and then had a bad punt. Scotty offense took the football both times inside the 30-yard line, and we're not able to score. .449 to go here. Barren County on top, 23-7. Backs are split. Spillman will turn and give this off to the fullback, Kearney. He'll cross midfield and get to the 45-yard line, a pickup of 9 yards.
Contreras on the tackle, his 5th of the evening.
Trojans not going to be in any hurry here, obviously, with a 16-point lead, down to 4:17 to go now. 2nd down and 1 for them at the Glasgow 45. Backs are split. Dalen Thomas, the wingback on the right side. And going to try to give to Kearney here, and some confusion on that exchange, and that confusion is going to allow Glasgow to get into the backfield and drop Kearney for a big loss.
Gary and Max Lee were both there on the tackle.
Loss of 3 back to the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4. .321 to go. Here comes Thomas in motion. Give it off to him on 3rd down and 4. He's going to have a first down as he carries a tackler across the 45 to the 41-yard line.
Peyton's going to get the tackle for the Scotties, his first of the evening. As that first down for the Trojans will probably do it.
Yep, I'd say so, Chase. Glasgow does have 2 timeouts left, but I don't think they would even bother to use them at this point. Down 23-7, 2:41 to go. Spillman will put Thomas in motion again. The backs and the backfield are split. Bewley the wide out to the left. And Spillman going to keep it after faking. He'll go around the left side and get wrapped up at the 38-yard line. Pickup of 3.
Kanan Allen's 6th tackle of the evening.
Spillman again under center with Thomas the wingback on the right side. Wells and Harris, I think, are the 2 backs this time. They'll motion Harris out of the backfield to give it off to Wells, off right tackle. He'll get inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line. He'll be a yard shy.
Martin on the tackle, his 4th of the night.
And a timeout taken here by Glasgow. With 1:30 to play, Scotties trail 23-7. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors here on WCLU. They are Don Franklin Auto, TJ Regional Health, South Central Rural Telephone Cooperative, Baird Private Wealth Management, McDonald's of Glasgow, Aero Safety. Glasgow football also brought to you by Hardee's, Applebee's, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Myers, Ralphie's Fun Center, La Nacional International Market and Restaurant, and by the People's Bank. Minute 30 to go. Barren County on their way to victory number 8 in this series. So Glasgow will now lead the series 28-8. Barren County, if this score holds, will have their largest margin of victory ever in the series. Previous to this, it had been a 14-point win.
Their first win since 2014 in this series.
Of course, there was a hiatus between 2017 and 2022 seasons, so Glasgow had come in winning 3 in a row. 3rd down and a yard. Spillman will take the snap. Be another quarterback sneak. He's got his first down to the 26-yard line. The Trojans can just take a knee here if they want to and run this clock out now a couple of times.
Landon Martin on the tackle, his first tackle of the night. And I'm assuming it's going to be victory formation.
Barren County is going into victory formation here, so this is going to be the final score at 23-7. Inside of a minute to go now with 13 seconds on the play clock. Spillman will snap it once it gets down to 2 or 3. There's the snap and the knee. We'll have to do it one more time. Ball set down. And actually, they don't have to snap it again. So that's going to do it. Barren County Trojans will pick up a 23-7 victory over the Glasgow Scotties here at Trojan Field. Again, Trojans get their first victory in the series since 2014. It ends Glasgow's 3-game winning streak in the series, and this will be the largest margin of victory ever in the series for Barren County at 16 points. Scotties now lead the series 28-8. Barren County improves to 5-0 on the year. Glasgow now dropping to 3-2 with consecutive losses, and they'll try to rebound next week against a very good Adair County team at Hank Roy Stadium in the first game of district play this season. We'll come back in a moment on the Don Franklin Auto postgame show, where we will take a look at our McDonald's final stats of the game. Also, we'll tell you about our Hardee's Hot and Fresh play of the game and the Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance agent Joe Myers player of the game as well. And we'll also have a conversation with Glasgow head coach Jeff Garman. Barren County wins it 23-7 over the Scotties. We are back after a 4-minute timeout here on WCOU Sports.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
There, history will be written, legends will be made. The NFL is back on the world stage. Kicking off in London, then Munich. It's smash mouth, in your face, lay it on the line, proud roaring football. Don't miss it, because this waits for no one. The NFL London and Munich games, only on NFL Network.
The NFL Network is now on SCRTC Channel 124 and 424 for expanded TV customers, because there's no such thing as too much football.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Roll into a good morning with our warm toasted bagels. It's breakfast worth waking up for.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm Dan Fouch, branch manager at Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow. Our office recognizes that football and retirement share more similarities than you might think. The head coach, that's you. You are the ultimate decision maker when it comes to your finances. A successful retirement happens with support of a financial advisor, and that's where the quarterback comes in. A quarterback and financial advisor both pay close attention to the details and make the correct adjustments so that goals can be met. Call our office and speak with a financial advisor who can help you execute the plays to win in retirement.
So Aero Safety is an international safety consulting company based right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. We offer a wide variety of services, ranging anything from safety training to administrative services like policy procedures. It's any manufacturing, any industry around our area, we can apply that. And we can also make everything site-specific to the customer. So we make sure we're incorporating the company's policies, procedures, applicable hazards, equipment, things like that, that it's make it more relevant and engaging for the customer. Aero Safety is here to keep your employees safe and keep your business headed in the right direction.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Roll into a good morning with our warm toasted bagels. It's breakfast worth waking up for.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
Glasgow Scotties football on WCLU 103.1 FM and AM 1490. And video streaming free at WCLUradio.com and on the Glasgow Scotties and WCLU YouTube channels. Glasgow Scotties football brought to you by Don Franklin Auto, Hardee's, Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow, La Nacional Restaurant, South Central Rural Telecommunications Cooperative, McDonald's, Aero Safety, Applebee's, The People's Bank, TJ Regional Health, and Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Joe Myers. It's time for the Don Franklin Auto post-game wrap-up.
You on the Don Franklin Auto post-game show, where the Scotties fall here at Barren County by a final score of 23-7. Glasgow dropping to 3-2 on the year. Barren County stays undefeated. They are 5-0 on the season. It's time now to take a look at our final stats, brought to you by McDonald's of Glasgow. And for that, here are Chase Landerman and Bruce Tribute. Chase.
All right, as the Scotties lose a tough one here, 23-7. I'll have the drive chart for the entire game, as Glasgow won the coin toss and they elected receive in this ball game. They started on the 45-yard line, and they went 2 plays in that series where Jackson Bird intercepted a pass from Hudson Gum. With 11:04 left in the first quarter, it gave the Trojans the ball in the Glasgow 44, where the Trojans punted after that. So it gave the ball back to the Scotties on their 23-yard line as the teams traded punts back and forth. Is where Brady Gary fumbled it with at the 11:06 left in the second quarter. Brady Gary fumbled. It was a fumble recovery for Brady Gary in the second quarter. It also gave Glasgow the ball on the 19-yard line of Barren County, for our own 19, where they fumbled punted on the next possession. It gave the Trojans the ball with 9:08 left in the second quarter at the 47-yard line, where then Dalen Thomas scores on a 20-yard touchdown run, and it only took 3 plays and 63 yards. Jacob Dooley's extra point was good, and it was a 7-0 lead for the Trojans. As on the Scotties' next possession with 7:31 left in the second quarter, they turned it over on downs. So the Trojans got the ball on their own 46-yard line, where they went on an 11-play, 54-yard drive, which took 4:46 off the clock. It was a Tate Spillman QB sneak from 1 yard out. It gives the Trojan a 15-0 lead after the Dalen Thomas 2-point conversion. And then the Scotties got the ball back with 19 yards left in the half, and the score at halftime was 15-0. As the Trojans opened up with the ball in the second half, it was a fumble recovery by Stephen Garrett with 10:05 left in the third quarter. It gave the Scotties the ball on the Glasgow 43, where 4 plays later on a 43-yard drive, Jarrett Martin goes in from 24 yards out. Jared Malagon's extra point was good, and it was a 15-7 lead for the Scotties, as both teams traded punts back and forth on the next 2 possessions, as Barren County had the ball on the 14-yard line as Xander Contreras recovered a fumble on Glasgow's 5-yard line, and the Scotties turned it over on downs from inside the 5-yard line with 57 seconds left in the third quarter, and where Barren then went on a 6-minute, 97-yard drive, which took 13 plays. It was a Tate Spillman 1-yard touchdown run that gave the Trojans a 23-7 lead after the 2-point conversion by Briggs Harris off the left end, as the Scotties turned it over on downs with 4:49 left in the fourth quarter, and the Trojans ran out the clock with 4:49 left in the game, and your final score is 23-7 in favor of the Trojans.
All right, Chase, let's get Coach Garman in here, and then we'll put you back on the mic and let you go through the tackles once Jeff talks to us here briefly about this one. Scotties fall 23-7 here on the Don Franklin Auto postgame show to the Barren County Trojans. And Jeff, kids played hard, fought hard, no question about the effort, but just really struggled on offense. We had some opportunities there in that second half. Got a turnover inside the 10-yard line, could not capitalize on it. We had a bad punt, got the ball around the 30, couldn't capitalize that time. Just hard to win, as we were just talking about off mic, when you don't take advantage of those kind of opportunities.
No, we were just, I thought in the second half we made some plays in the second half and scored our touchdown and got us in
got the momentum going. Then I thought our defense second half really picked up and played really, really hard. Not that they didn't play hard the first half, but they played hard, and they gave us an opportunity right there. And then when the score's 15-7 and we've got the ball down there inside the 5, we've got to score in those situations, and we didn't. Give Barren County credit. They made a nice stand down there, and that was kind of the ball game right there when we don't take advantage of some opportunities that we had that our defense created. And we just got to stay at it and stay at work. I thought we got some more players. I thought, Jarek really got his offensive production turned up, and I thought it made a big difference. And I thought Hudson played a lot better tonight. Thought he made some plays. We still left some plays out on the field, I thought. We had a 4th down conversion that was dropped. So there was some more plays to be made. And there's a couple of jump ball situations that we didn't come down with that I thought we were going to catch at the time. But give Barren credit. They broke up the plays, and we're just not doing enough things right now to win a football game. And we just got to stay at it, keep our head down, and just keep working. And we start our district play last week, and we start a district play next week against Adair County, and these are the games that matter. So these are the ones that we've really got to get going.
You've talked in the past, Jeff, about kind of shooting yourselves in the foot. That kind of happened again tonight a few times. I thought 8 penalties for 80 yards. Even on the one where you had the touchdown, you had to overcome 15 yards of penalties on that one. Credit to the offense, they were able to do that, but got to quit shooting ourselves in the foot, don't we?
Yeah. Tonight there's holding call after holding call, and a lot of that varies with what crews you have and what they like to call. And this crew, those guys, one of them on the wing for sure likes to call holding. So, and that's just part of it. You've got to adjust your game, and I felt like they called them both ways. It was just, it was opportune times when we needed a play. It seemed like, we didn't get the call, but that's just part of it, and that's part of football, and we've got to adapt, and we've got to be a little bit more keeping our hands inside, and we've got to do a better job in that situation.
Talk about your all's use of Jarek Mart tonight, Jeff. I know you all came into the game wanting to get him some more touches on offense. That certainly happened. He carried it 5 times for 33 yards, made a catch, 3 catches, for 68 yards, and had a terrific catch over 2 defenders here on the touchdown pass on what was also a really good pass from Hudson Gunn. But just talk about the way you guys used Jarek tonight, and if we can expect to see more of that going forward.
Well, I think we have to see that more going forward. I think we've got to get him the ball in different ways, and he's a talented player, there's no doubt. And we just got to kind of be innovative of what we try to do with him, and there we go.
Let's talk about Cam Bull, Jeff. He went down with an injury there in the 4th quarter on what looked to us to be a horse collar tackle. Maybe it wasn't. We don't, we're a long way away from the field here. It was not called. He did not come back in the ball game. Had to have help going off the field. I know you can't talk. I know you're very limited in what you can say about injuries, but any kind of idea how serious this may be?
I just know that he went out of the game, and they were looking at him over there, and they came and told me that he wouldn't be back the rest of the night, and that's about the extent that I know of any information at this point right now.
Well, Jeff, Adair County next week, they were in a battle with Monroe County tonight. At last check, it was 28-22, Adair County leading Monroe County, but it did come out as a final. Adair County wins it. Actually, I'm sorry, 36-30 was the final score there. But good football team coming in. You got a first district ball game against Adair. Got to find a way to rebound off this loss here.
Got to find a way to rebound, and no better place than to do it at home. And we get a home game, and been 2 tough games in a row, and we knew this was going to be tough. I mean, when we started off, when I was looking at the first 5 games, that's what I told our guys. If we walked out of here 4-1, I would be tickled to death. Well, we're 3-2 after the first 5 games, and we probably wasn't favored in 3 of them, and we won one that we probably very well easily could have lost. So we just got to keep our head down and keep churning. And I thought our kids grew up a little bit that second half. I thought we picked it up a little bit that second half, and they played with a little bit of fire and a little bit of pride in them. And I thought defensively they really turned it up. I think it's kind of indicative of the game as they scored late on us, and I think we were kind of out of gas at that point. We had put so much up, but there for about a quarter and a half in that second half, those guys just decided they weren't going to give up anything on defense and played pretty solid.
Jeff, we appreciate your time. We'll see you next week.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Scotty head coach Jeff Garman, his ball club falling 23-7 here to the Barren County Trojans here at Trojan Field. And we'll give the headset back to Chase before Bruce does the offensive stat, because Chase needs to go through our tackles on the night. Chase?
All right, thanks, Joe. We're going to start with the Trojans on the tackles tonight. I got Jackson Bird with 1 tackle, Tate Spillman with 2, Dakota Wade with 1, Corbin Wells with 4, Braden Houchins with 2, Colton Thomas with 2, Bryson Williams with 2, and that is it for the Trojans on the evening. Now for the Scotties. I've got Kanan Allen with 6 tackles on the night, Cam Bull with 2, Ryder Heller with 1, Jarrett Martin with 4, Landon Martin with 1, Kellen Stone with 7, Xander Contreras with 5, Stephen Garrett also with 5, Brady Gary with 6, Max Lee with 5 tackles and a sack on the night, Justice Payton with 1, and Keaven Massey with 3. And I'll apologize, I'm probably going to be a little off on the stats because I am not used to doing all the stats over here. So,
you doing the best you can.
I'm doing
that's
the
all
best
we
I
can
can.
ask. All right, Chase, thank you for those defensive stats. We'll turn things over to Bruce now as he'll look at the final offensive stats here, brought to you by McDonald's of Glasgow. Bruce?
All right, Joe, we're here at our Don Franklin post-game show. Let's look at those McDonald's stats. The Scotties lose tonight 23-7. First downs, Barren County with 24, Glasgow with 4. The Trojans rushed for 302 yards tonight. They passed for 22 for a total of 324. Glasgow had 47 yards on the ground, 68 in the air for a total of 115. So they get out total yards by 209 yards tonight. Turnovers, the Scotties only turned it over once. The Trojans had 3 turnovers. They were 3 fumbles, and they lost all 3 of them. The Scotties' turnover was an interception early. Penalties, the Scotties were penalized 8 times for 80 yards, Barren County 6 times for 60. Barren County ran 6. There was 100 offensive plays run tonight. Barren County ran 97, ran 63 of them, using up 22 minutes and 20 seconds of clock time. The Scotties' offensive plays 34 for a total of 15 minutes and 40 seconds. Individually here tonight, leading rusher in the game for Barren County was Tate Spillman with 97 yards on 21 rushes. He scores 2 touchdowns and had a long of 38. He would get to running out there and seem like he's sort of running in circles at times, but he was staying away from tacklers. Dalen Thomas, a former Scottie, had 83 yards on 12 rushes and a touchdown, a long of 20. Corbin Wells had 39 yards on 7 rushes with a long of 10. Cody Kearney carried it 9 times for 37 yards. 23 yards for Briggs Harris on 2 carries with a long of 16. Jordan Harris had 14 yards on 3 carries with a long of 14. And Jackson Bird had 11 yards on 2 rushes. Spillman only had to throw 5 passes tonight and completed 1 big third down one for 22 yards that prevented the Scotties from getting the football back, and that was to Jackson Bird. Braden Houchins punted 2 times tonight for 45 yards. That's a 22-yard average. He had a long of 37. Leading rusher tonight for Glasgow was Jarrett Martin with 33 yards on 5 carries, a long of 30. And so that shows you how good their defensive line was. For his carries, he just had 3 yards. Cameron Bull had 15 yards on 7 carries, so he averaged 2 yards a carry with a long of 11. So basically, he had that 11 yards. On 6 carries, he only had 4 yards. Jalen Bradley had 1 carry for 3 yards. Kanan Allen had 1 carry for no yards, and Hudson Gum carried it 5 times for a -4. Of course, there were a couple sacks in there. Hudson was 3 of 12 passing tonight for 68 yards and 1 score. That all 3 of his catches were by Jarrett Martin. who had the 68 yards on 3 receptions. He had the lone touchdown with a long of 31, and Kanan Allen punted 3 times tonight for 95 yards. That's a 32-yard average with a long of 36. This has been your post-game McDonald's stats brought to you by Don Franklin Auto.
All right, Bruce, thank you very much. And Matthew, you want to go ahead and take a look at the play of the game? All right, it's going to be the touchdown pass from Hudson Gum to Jarek Martin, 24-yard touchdown pass. This is the Hardy's hot and fresh play of the game that you're seeing now on our live stream. Nice pass there from Hudson Gum, and Jarek Martin made a terrific catch over the top of 2 Barren County defenders. That is our Hardy's hot and fresh play of the game. When we come back, we will give you our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance player of the game, and we'll wrap things up here from Barren County High School on the Don Franklin Auto postgame show. Barren County wins it 23-7. We're back after a 3-minute timeout here on WCODU Sports.
When the classic flavors of bacon, lettuce, and tomato meet the classic goodness of Hardee's Frisco lineup, you get instant summer favorites. Introducing Hardee's Frisco BLT Angus Burger and Frisco BLT hand-breaded chicken sandwich.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Since 1980, Applebee's has been bringing great food and big smiles to Kentucky neighborhoods just like yours in Glasgow. Their extensive menu of delicious comfort foods has something for everyone to love. And Applebee's loves to support the community and cheer on the Glasgow Scotties. Remember to stop by Applebee's on any Scotties game night in your Scotties attire and get 10% off your meal and non-alcoholic beverages. Eating good in the neighborhood at Applebee's, just off Happy Valley Road across from Walmart.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery. Whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries, our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Your Glasgow destination for the finest flavors of Mexico and more. Priced to keep you coming back again and again. Authentic and delectable. La Nacional International Market Deli and Taqueria. Real Mexican street-style tacos. Carne asada, picadas, ceviche, tripas, burritos, quesadillas, lengua, chorizo, tortas, and more. Always fresh. Made from scratch and delicious. La Nacional. Across from Hibbett Sports, Shane Drive, Glasgow. If you haven't heard, there's a new approach to banking. It's called Kasasa, and you'll find it at the People's Bank. Your free Kasasa checking account offers you monthly cashback rewards. The Kasasa Cash checking account can earn you a very high interest rate on your balance. Then link Kasasa Saver, and you'll also get a high rate on your deposits. Grow with Kasasa at the People's Bank in Glasgow, Cave City, and Marion. The People's Bank, working for you.
Restrictions and qualifications apply. Restrictions may vary. Contact the People's Bank for details and to learn more. Member FDIC.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake our original made-from-scratch biscuits. And now, mix and match 2 handcrafted breakfast biscuits, just $5. Find the best deals on the Hardee's app.
Back here on the Don Franklin Auto postgame wrap-up, where Barren County wins it 23-7 over the Glasgow Scotties. And our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance player of the game tonight will be Jarek Martin, as Jarek had a good night offensively. He ran the ball 5 times for 33 yards, but he also had 3 catches for 68 yards, and Glasgow's only touchdown of the night. He caught a 31-yard touchdown pass from Jarek Martin. And from Hudson Gum, Jarek Martin is our Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance player of the game, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance agent Joe Myers. Jarek also on defense added 4 tackles on the night as well. Let's remind you that the next broadcast will be 1 week from tonight. We're back at home at Hank Roy Stadium when Glasgow opens up district play against the Adair County Indians, who squeaked out a victory over Monroe County tonight by 6 points. So we'll see how that one goes for the Scotties, but it's imperative that Glasgow bounce back here from these 2 losses against ACS last week and now Barren County here, because obviously you want to win all these first 5 games, but none of them really matter. It really starts mattering now when you play those district teams because you're trying to get seeding for the playoffs. So that'll all begin next Friday night. Pregame coverage at 6:30. Broadcast will begin there, and then kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock over there at Hank Roy Stadium. We invite you to join us for that. I want to say thanks to everybody who helped us on the broadcast here tonight. On the game camera was Will Perkins. The field camera was Caleb Saltzman. Also Nick Robbins on the camera as well. Board op was Jonathan Talley, and our video producer, Mr. Matthew Clark. Of course, my partners tonight were Chase Landrum. We appreciate Chase filling in for Larry Alexander. You'll hear much more of Chase once basketball season gets here. He'll be doing play-by-play for us once again during basketball. And Bruce Tribute, also my other broadcast partner, as always, doing a great job on stats. So that'll pretty much wrap things up for us here tonight. Once again, your final score: Barren County defeats Glasgow 23-7. Trojans 5-0 on the season. Scotties fall to 3-2. I'm Joe Myers. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Go Scotties football on WCLU 103.1 FM and AM 1490. Brought to you by Don Franklin Auto, Applebee's, Baird Private Wealth Management in Glasgow, La Nacional Restaurant, South Central Telecommunications Cooperative, McDonald's, Aero Safety, Hardee's, The People's Bank, TJ Regional Health, and Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Joe Myers. Follow all Glasgow High School Scotty sports right here. Your home for local WCLU. A presentation of Seven Mountains Media Sports.